This is the Juice Box. This is officially episode 150. Boys, we've come a long way. Yeah, give a round of applause. Give a little round of applause. We've come a long way. It feels like we literally just celebrated episode 100.
That is very true.
That was my first episode,
It
right?
was?
Yeah.
It was. So we're just going to keep on rolling, 150 to infinity. Big Czar, what's up?
Yeah, I just had to do some contemplating there. It's pretty wild.
Just
It
reminiscing on the good old days.
I mean, I feel like I've done this so many times on here, but like when you see how we started to where we've gotten, like it truly is pretty wild.
I know I agree with what you're
I
saying.
said we sound like broken records,
But it's so true. Like we literally, and I know they can't see this, but we legit started with a crazy weird blue table right there. We had a fold table, and we had all of the furniture that was destroyed in the basement flood.
yeah.
And now we just like, I don't know. It's like it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to like have your own studio. You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong. Doing podcasts at different places is like a very cool thing, but to know that you have like a home base,
It's a comfort zone.
yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
And I put a couple numbers together here. I was crunching numbers with JT before you guys got here
Math.
On the
Big
napkin.
math guy.
on the napkin. Between all of the audio downloads and YouTube views,
We have 4.2 million views now.
Yeah.
Good.
I thought he was dead serious. I was like, no way.
no, I mean, but it's still a wild number to me. 42,747. That's crazy.
That is a pretty good
for
number.
for fucking.
Shout out
I'm
Jackie
gonna rip this here for a
Robinson.
second. Like for fucking weird West Virginia dorks that talk about like Harry Potter and Marvel and Game of Thrones, and then we'll
why we hate old people.
why we hate old people. To like have that. Oh well, to have that many like combined
Yeah.
audio downloads and YouTube views to me is crazy. And it gives me so much hope because I remember the Wicked Good Gaming guys saying that when they hit their 5-year mark, they were right around 100,000 combined. And pretty much we are on that
On
pace.
pace.
right
On
now.
track for that. Yeah.
So that makes me feel good. So yeah, just shout out us. Just fucking giving us a little kudos one time,
yeah,
you know?
that's nice. That is
nice tire pump early in the pod.
yeah,
Fuck
for real.
yeah,
get
dude.
them juices flowing.
Speaking of West Virginia boys.
Yep. That's where I was going with this. Go ahead.
Is it really?
Yes, that's what
Do
I
you
was,
know what I'm going to talk about?
It had to be Huey Mack.
It
right?
is, yeah.
That's
Wow.
what I was going to say next.
That's so weird. Did you see that? What he dropped today?
Music video is absolutely phenomenal.
was.
Yeah,
dude, it-
like probably the best thing he's released
Oh, agree.
ever.
It honestly brought it like genuine tear to my eye,
Better than Fuck Me Baby.
bro.
Wow.
That was nice.
Actually, I got to give him props. I loved his song Higher back in the day. I loved that song.
Dude.
And his cover of that Swayze song he did too. Or wait. Yeah. I just want to fuck tonight.
Yeah.
I
The
just wanna
Swayze
fuck.
cover.
Love is overrated.
Yeah. I liked all that. And popular.
I was a big Huey Mack fan. Like my whole sense of style when I was like 17 and 18 was like Huey Mack.
Dude, we had the shoes.
Had shoes.
We had the Air Hueys.
Like like I wore like baseball tees and like flat bills and earrings and shit.
Dude,
like I was all in on Huey Mack.
The
back
best
in the
part, the best part about it all is that was like a Gabriel Brothers find, like those shoes,
Right.
And then you wear them around, and then you see like, oh my God, Huey Mack has them in a music video, and you just think you're so cool.
I can't remember. Like, I remember helping Tidro find those shoes.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Like, after that music video came out, we like internet searched for him and found him. And then, yeah, he bought it. Like, dude, you're completely right. It's funny, like, from a West Virginia kid standpoint at that point in time,
Mhm.
like, Huey Mack and Mac Miller were, like, at first on the same level to us West Virginia people.
Let's rattle them off. So
Yeah.
it was Huey Mack, Mac Miller, Sammy Adams,
Mike Stud.
Mike Stud, Hoodie Allen, Mike Posner, Like that's crazy.
That
And
is crazy. And then
we
look
just
at
viewed
Mac,
them all on the same scale.
Yeah, like the same realm.
and then like look at Mac Miller.
Yeah, look like where he ended
Yeah,
up.
like
Yeah,
that's crazy.
that's I was thinking about that on the
Yeah.
way here. Like behind the scenes, like what's the difference? Like what? How do you have two guys that basically kind of start in the same place, but one just ends up that much further?
I always wonder the same
I
thing.
did, yeah. I always wondered too, because I mean, Mac Miller is a freaking god,
For
but
sure.
like you do wonder, like it is so weird how one can just absolutely blow up, and then one kind of just stays the same, which it is weird. It makes you wonder. Like a lot of it is like, yeah, you got to put the work in, you got to like market yourself and stuff, but sometimes it is just kind of like the luck of the draw.
It is the luck of the draw, but I also think, and like I gotta kind of tiptoe around how I say this, but like I also think that there is a difference in trying to become a locally known show or rapper singer versus having bigger aspirations in terms of trying to aim at a larger audience at the end of the day.
I do want to say something real quick though before we get attacked in the Greg's Bar group chat next week. Mac Miller is a million times better than all of these guys.
Oh,
Yeah.
I just want that to be known.
Well, I knew that. Yeah.
Well, I just want to say that to the world.
Because
I'll
as
be
much
getting-
as that goes without saying,
Yeah.
I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
you know what I'm saying.
But I could probably pinpoint it down to a couple things. I don't want to sound like a hater here. Like I'm not hating on anybody. This is just an honest opinion thing. I think raw talent musically, Mac Miller probably had it more. I mean, Mac Miller can play like every
1000%.
instrument under the sun. I don't know if Huey Mack can do that.
1000%.
I don't know, so I don't want to speak on it. But then also, like, I think it hit a point, it hit like a peak where, like, you had to change your sound and try something different or stay on the plateau.
For sure.
And I think Mac Miller, when Macadelic came out, it was a whole different sound.
Ooh.
Whereas like Huey Mack was still releasing like the college party
Yeah.
bumps.
Well, see,
you know what I mean?
That's what
That's
him and
right,
Mike
yeah.
Stud got caught up in, was just remixing songs, like, and adding rap and changing the music. You know what I'm saying? It was just kind of like a remix of an old song.
But
Right.
even
that's
in
what they got caught up doing
even
for
in
like a long time.
a smaller scale too, though. So we know like Mac Miller takes off, becomes something massive. Huey Mack,
Nice.
Huey Mack and Mike Stud at one point in time were to get like
I was gonna
very
say
close.
they were boys, weren't they?
And
Oh, yeah,
they
they were-
still are. And I'm in terms of like numbers and listens
Yeah.
wise. And then you look, Mike Stud just like
Yeah.
took off.
Well, because his newer music is really good.
It's really fucking
Like-
good. It really is.
I still listen to his music. Like I have his latest album I bought on vinyl. Like it's so good. It's just
Yeah.
like good vibes, like just like chill music.
Yeah.
Like music you'd like maybe get stoned to or something.
Yeah, and
but-
and it's like okay. And again, this isn't I love Huey Mack, but it's there. He was just playing. My personal opinion, to the one demographic, which was like I don't think yes he moved to LA, yes he moved to Cali. I don't think he really had. I sound like such a hater saying this, but like he was solely, I think, just zoned in on the West Virginia demographic.
Absolutely.
feel
I mean, think about where he was, dude. He was in Morgantown in the college life for as long as we were.
yeah.
So, like, compare that. Like, dude, I remember running into Huey Mack like my senior year of college. He was still down there. He was in a frat. He's gonna make music that sells to that demographic.
For sure.
Whereas if you look at the projects that Mac Miller released by the time we were seniors in college, he released like Watching Movies with the Sound Off and Faces. Like completely just kept changing his sound.
Which it's so wild for all of us to like talk through this and see this because they were all our age.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
yeah,
like-
same age.
Like Mac is literally 45 minutes, 50 minutes this way.
Yeah.
And Huey Mac's like an hour this way.
And
And just to see
And they-
how different.
they recorded at the same studio.
Yeah.
It is wild.
It
It really
is
is.
wild.
That's what I mean.
Whoa.
Like I'll say it again. Like when you were an 18-year-old here in Wheeling, like those two were like They were right there.
And think
together,
about it, they
man.
were our age.
Discovered them at the same time.
Like that's the part that I get hype about is that they literally were us. Like it was we were in the middle of those two guys in terms of like geographically.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. It really is.
But hey,
Hey,
dude,
yeah, shout out Huey Mack.
shout out Huey Mack. He said he would come on the pod if he was ever close.
Yeah, we're gonna hold you to that.
Yeah, we're gonna fucking hold
Well,
you
it
to
looks like he must have recently been close if he filmed his music video.
very true.
What did you? I took the meaning of the song like as his like message to everyone, like I'm coming home. That's
Yeah.
what it sounded like to me.
Yeah.
Talk about like California broke my heart or something like that. I like no one ever treated me like West Virginia.
See, like that's I felt that, but it's funny how I interpret things. The way I interpreted it
Yeah.
as is that it's okay to love West Virginia, but also leave and go find your own thing because it'll always be there for you.
Yeah.
You know?
I get that. Yeah.
But like that's funny. Like two people listening to the same exact thing
Yeah.
and like two different kinds of, even though they're similar, but
I just want to know how he got hooked up with Brad Paisley. I guarantee he just slid in his DMs.
oh, for
Yeah,
sure.
Probably. That's
That-
the way of the world anymore.
Yeah, but like I wish he would have added that to the music
Do you
video.
think like when you're a verified person and you slide into the DMs
Yes.
of another verified person, it like
100%.
shows up
100%.
better?
100%.
Because
There mi-
like
there
I
might be,
slide
like-
into DMs of famous people and I don't get responses.
I do, yeah, every once in a while. I feel like because people have, there's probably a setting where you can like block people that aren't verified. You know what I
Probably.
mean? And they don't get
Probably.
seen.
Maybe like only get DMs,
Which is
only
bullshit.
show DMs from verified.
But
people.
also, it is the hysterical, infamous story of T-Pain that recently happened.
What's
Well,
that?
Now T-Pain's like a bigger Twitch guy, and I guess in the actual DMs, T-Pain didn't know there was a certain tab. So he's scrolling back years, and all of these legends are just sliding in his
really?
DMs
Yeah.
like, hey, you want to make a song? Like, hey, shout out you. Hey, shout out this. And he had no
No
idea.
clue.
oh my god.
So like while he's on Twitch, I can't remember how it ended up happening, but he was just like scrolling through like big ass people were DMing him, and it looked like from their end that he just was like giving him the cold shoulder and just wasn't
that is
answering.
crazy.
But he had no idea they were even DMing.
You know how T-Pain always wore sunglasses?
Yeah.
Like back in the day when he was T-Pain, like big T-Pain.
Yeah.
I remember I watched the movie Lottery Ticket with Bow Wow,
It's a great movie.
and he had a role in it. And I was like, holy shit, is that T-Pain? I didn't realize it was him because he didn't have sunglasses on. He always wore sunglasses.
Well, dude, it's even like this is a very personal, close thing, but I saw Colin today at CVS, Kelsey's boyfriend. Didn't even recognize me because I didn't have a hat on. He walked in. I did one of the points because he was looking. Just looked at me, kept walking, and I just like made sure nobody else was looking. And then I backed up in the car and like waved at him, and you could just tell he had no idea who I was. And even Brady's dad said it at the wedding last week, and he's like, "I didn't even recognize you without a hat on." So I don't
So
know
he
why I
never
said
fou-
that, but yeah, that's
he never
random.
found out it was you.
He still has no idea it was me.
You should have been like, hey, Dick.
Well, I was
it's
going
Jake.
to, but then I was like, no.
That's tragic,
Yeah,
right?
two different looking guys, I guess.
That reminds me though what we were talking about before, that story about what's his name? Miguel. Is that his name?
Yep.
Where a fake Miguel was messaging Mac Miller about doing a song
I
together.
bet JT has no idea about
Did
this.
you know this?
No.
You know the song Mac Miller has called, I think the song's called The Weekend,
Yeah.
featuring Miguel?
Yeah.
Well, that song came to fruition because Mac Miller was DMing back and forth with like a fake Miguel
What?
and then ended up finding out it was fake.
Yeah, his account got hacked, right?
Yeah, something like
What?
that.
Yeah, and he was talking to him, and then what was it? It was like a couple days later, Miguel like
Actually reached out and was like, "Sorry, man, like that wasn't me."
and then I
Then
think
they were
Mac,
like, "Let's
I think
make a
Mac
song
was like
anyway."
to repay me, like
yeah, like
because
get
did
on
they
this
make
song.
two? No, they just
that one.
just that
which
one.
is a heater.
dude. I love Miguel. Miguel's got some bangers, dude.
That's a good song.
Maybe I'll just name my son Miguel.
That'd be that's
There
a
you go.
fire name.
Good. You know?
Yeah,
So many choices.
What was your Spanish name at Central?
Pedro.
Pedro.
Mine was Nacho. It was even worse.
Nacho.
Nacho. Yeah.
My
What was yours?
I feel like it. I can't remember.
remember?
That's so sad.
soy nacho.
Mine was
Come on, check it
Enrique.
out.
Enrique.
I like
Enrique.
This is bumming me out because I want to say mine was just like Juan or something stupid, but I really can't remember. Truly.
Jefe.
Well, I'm not saying Juan's a stupid name. I'm
Were
not
you
saying
Jefe?
Juan's a stupid
and,
name.
and Boots.
Pepe.
There's got to be a name for Jerry.
And
And
booze.
Boots.
Spanish. There's got to be, right?
I don't know. Maybe
I
Juan.
think it's Harry.
Harry.
And it's funny how when they laugh, they're like ja 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 instead of ha 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 ha.
It's like, dang, Spanish people laugh differently than we do.
Yeah, dude. I saw something crazy this week. Just jumping around. I saw that Alaska canceled snow crab season because 1.5 billion snow
Yeah, I saw
crabs
that.
have gone
They've
missing, and they have
disappeared.
no idea where they are.
How does that happen?
1.5 billion?
One
Aliens.
One
Only
1.5
explanation.
billion snow crabs disappeared.
See, I thought you said million too.
What is this around Nome, Alaska?
It could be. I don't
'Cause,
know.
That's
Was that the fourth kind?
yeah.
Yeah, that was scary.
Oh, I mean,
movie.
there's no
That's
explanation
a
other than
terrifying
aliens.
movie.
Yeah, dude. It just makes you think that they forgot to reload the crabs into the simulation.
True.
You know what I mean? But yeah, sorry. I know that was
No,
completely
That's
outside.
kind of weird. Did you know that they're making? Did you see that True Detective season 4 got greenlit?
No,
I didn't see that.
that's
and
fire.
it's set in Alaska.
Okay.
Is there any like word who's in it or directing
Yeah,
it?
they've already announced the 2 stars that'll play the detectives. I forget who. it
Idris
is.
Elba?
No,
I just
guessed.
it's
I
2. I
totally
think it's 2
guessed.
women. Maybe it's a guy and a girl.
Millie Alcock?
I wish.
Dude,
Fuck.
she's fire.
She's
love
so
her.
fire.
So right back to the DMs. I was going through like my Snapchat messages the other
Yeah.
day, and you know Emma Brooks, the
Emma Brooks.
TikTok girl. Slash,
Nope.
No.
Well,
Sounds like
Go
she has a
on.
hot name. Yeah.
Tell a
yeah,
story.
Yeah.
so
She sounds famous.
So when I was drunk, I like snapped her something stupid. And she like when you go back, it says seen, which is the worst thing that could happen.
yeah.
Because how do you not do it again?
Right.
If you're really famous, why would you look at it?
Right.
All right, dude. I'll tell a story.
Oh, gosh.
So there's a show that I
Dude, that's
watched.
cool
on-
she saw your face, though.
Yeah,
Or was it your dick?
it was not.
There's a show that I've watched on Netflix, a reality show, and this girl is a absolute rocket. So I followed her. And one night when I was drunk, I slid into her DMs and was like, "Wow, if only you had an OnlyFans."
Oh, my
Oh,
God.
Jake.
Months go by. I'm literally sitting on the couch. I get a DM that says, "Well, it doesn't have to be an OnlyFans. Name your price." And my jaw dropped, dude. Long story short, I definitely paid to see this chick naked.
Really?
Yeah.
You got to see her naked?
Yeah. Yeah, dude. I saw her naked, and it's so weird to think that, like, you have no idea who I
What
am.
the fuck?
You're famous on a Netflix show, and you just sent me a nude.
First of all, that's a great story. Second
story.
That
of all,
is. Like,
what was your method of payment?
PayPal.
PayPal.
Yeah.
That's
or
smart.
Cash App.
That's
one of them.
smart.
One of them.
see a lot of those.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even want to ask you how much.
Well, yeah, I would never tell you. Oh, my God, that chick's fine as fuck.
Dude,
I
that's
just-
hilarious.
But yeah. So, yeah. A long story
I don't have
short,
any stories like that.
Lo-
I've never talked to a famous person.
Long story. Dude, I talked to.
Well, I mean
Yeah.
I used
on
to DM people to try to get them to come on the podcast.
Yeah.
Strictly MTV people.
yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of them
That's
would
fair.
answer.
It's weird. I've talked to Brendan
A lot
Shaw.
of them have answered. Oh,
Bre-
that's cool.
Brendan Shaw. Yeah, I told you. the
we've
ones.
talked about this before, but like
Theo's replied to me
Theo's
before.
replied.
we should try to get more people. Like we should try to get some of the people that were on Buck Wild. I
No,
feel like we'd
no,
easily get them.
I
I
have
do
a
too.
really good one. Well, Huey Mack's a good one, but also Charles Wesley Godwin.
That would be fire.
He's
Yeah.
a
He's
musician
nice.
out of Morgantown, and he's kind of blowing up. Like
Mm.
he's on a song with
He's
Huey
the fiddle
Mack's
guy.
out. No, that's Philip Bowen.
That's Philip
though.
Bowen on the
He's-
street.
Philip
he's
Bowen would
awesome.
be sick too.
I saw him
now
in
I'm gonna DM
Morgantown
those.
because one of my friends opened up for him, and then he started to open up for Zach Bryan like
Dude,
2 weeks
It's
later.
crazy. He's
Yeah, I
literally
had no
tours
idea.
with Zach Bryan now.
All it legitimately takes is 3 hours of manpower down here finding a setup of how the FaceTime or Skype would work, and then how we would be able to listen to them and get it all combined, and we'd be able to get anybody. It wouldn't be hard. It's just we just have to physically figure out the best way for it to actually work.
Right.
Like in terms of down here. Truly, because you have what's his face's phone number from Floribama Shore in your phone.
Cody Butts.
Yeah,
Yeah, what the fuck?
Maddie Boudreaux's DM me back. She has like 500,000 followers. Fuck. Yeah, we could make it work. We just got to figure it out. And dude, and that's what I was thinking, dude. 150. We're literally at a pinnacle here. Like, we gotta
Nice word.
we gotta fucking crank it up a notch a little bit. Like, we're to the point now to where, like, obviously we're here to stay. There's no wishy-washiness. We just got to figure out how to take it to the next level. And that's why I wanted to read the numbers off, because I'm so damn proud of us. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
You know what's crazier is that you got some Netflix girl to send you a nude.
It is crazy.
I can't get over this.
I'll
right
show
now.
you.
Dude, like, that's just so funny, but cool.
Well, I mean, it's just weird because, like, I was thinking in my head, I was like, dude, you have no idea who I am. How many people do you do this to? How much money have you made?
Have you made?
Because, dude, again, it's like, if I was a famous dude and a girl DM me and was like, send me a picture of your balls or dick or cock, I wouldn't even think twice about it for some money. You know what I mean?
For money, hell yeah.
Like, I don't know. It's crazy.
No, I mean, yeah, I feel it.
We need to flip the script where dudes are like, show us your dick. Like, let's see what you're working with.
It's like these people literally found like a life cheat code, though.
Agreed.
Like they are literally like in Grand Theft Auto and found a cheat code to where they can have all the cars in their garage on Grand Theft Auto.
Agreed.
Yeah.
And
you know what I mean? It's crazy.
Another crazy thing I saw. So Tim Dillon, the comedian, I'm sure you guys have heard the name. So Patreon. Does everybody know what Patreon is?
Yeah.
It literally shows you Tim Dillon makes over $200,000 a month on Patreon.
That pisses me off.
Just because people pay $5 or whatever amount of money a month,
just to get a little bit of
Exclusive
exclusive
He's
content.
talented, though. He's funny.
He's so funny. Yeah, he's so funny. But like, you know what I mean? Like, to make money on a paid platform is one thing, but to be able to do it to that dynamic and to that extent, knowing that, like, not everybody can listen to these certain things they're paying to listen, like, that, agreed, that's a talent. It's crazy.
That's wild to me that, like, you know what I mean? You have to hit a level of notoriety to be able to be successful on
sure.
Patreon.
Agreed.
Like,
Agreed.
That's wild that you get to a point where, like, people are so interested in what you have to say and what you do on a daily basis.
It is crazy.
Isn't it?
'Cause,
That
like,
they'll
I'm
pay for exclusive content.
I know we're all big fans of just people. I've never subscribed to a Patreon.
me
either.
I've never been like, oh, I want to spend $5 to get more shit from whoever.
I probably wouldn't either. I don't think that's in my nature.
I don't think I would either.
Yeah, like
even
I
if,
would
like,
have
my
by
most
now if I
favorite
was going
guy.
to. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I'm a big fan of all the like those comedians and shit. I don't think I'd spend $10 to get
No,
exclusive Joe
yeah.
Rogan episodes.
Yeah.
I think,
I
like,
know.
I just don't care. I'll
I
listen.
feel like
to
I don't
them.
have the time. Like,
Yeah.
the
Right,
surface level was
just
enough
give me
for
what
me.
you're already giving to the
Yeah.
public. Like, if Adam Sandler came out right now, is like, I'm releasing a Patreon, which he doesn't need to do.
Yeah.
The guy's fucking filthy rich, but, like, I probably wouldn't subscribe to it.
But what if he was like, I'm releasing this secret movie, and it was like a one-time payment?
Well, that's different.
And
Right.
buying the
Yeah.
movie, yeah, I would.
Yeah,
I'd
I would
a
buy
movie.
that movie for
Yeah.
sure, but I
But-
wouldn't monthly subscribe to him to get exclusive fucking.
But I wonder if
jokes.
that's the way it's going. Like, why more people don't do that?
Well, I
Which
mean,
would suck for the public in general. But
well, we already are leaning.
Well,
that
there are
way in
people that are-
society. Subscription-based stuff.
Bubba,
Yeah.
there are people that are doing that with movies now, like Louis C.K.
Yep.
Louis
CK
C.K. like is making or made a movie to where like it wasn't out like in theaters or anything. It was just like you had to subscribe or buy or whatever off his website, and that was the only way
Gotcha.
you could watch it.
Well, I mean, it was crazy. Andrew Schultz's special initially was just released on like a payment-based platform, and he said he made $3.2 million just from his special.
One special.
And he was saying, he's like, that is so much more money than you would get paid to sign like a Netflix deal to do one, but it's also a giant risk in the beginning because you're putting all your money into it and banking that you have these people that will pay for it.
Right.
So I don't know, but then I do sit back. It's like, just think if we got like, you know, and I know these are giant numbers, but like 1,000 people to pay $1 a month That's $1,000 a month that you just reinvest back into the show and make things better. You know what I mean? So like it is. I'm with you guys. It is crazy to think that there are people that are that loyal that would pay for something. But also, I'm sitting here thinking it's like if there was like an exclusive like video show of 2 actors or 2 comedians that are creating some kind of show that's only on this thing, I feel like I'd pay.
It's basically
see.
everyone is making their own streaming service.
Yeah,
Like that's
Exactly.
what it
Yeah.
is. Like instead of buying Hulu, you're buying Tim Dillon show.
just
Like,
It's like
imagine
the same concept as
Yeah.
Twitch.
for sure.
Yeah,
I mean, like,
yeah, literally.
Just
though.
imagine
yeah.
how fucked up YouTube has to feel though after all the 2020 things and like censoring hit crazy. Now that's what stemmed all these people to do all this. And now, yeah, YouTube's shine, but people are realizing like, hey, I don't have to use this to create some kind of revenue stream or fan base or whatever. I literally can do it on my own.
Bro,
Yeah.
are we just I'm thinking hard on this now. We as in society, are we just like content obsessed human beings that just
Yes.
need to consume?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cuz think about I'm like sitting here really thinking about this and it's like people are literally just monthly subscribing to listen to people's content.
Yeah.
Dude, like my mind
dude,
is
we've hit such a
spiraling
point
right
in
now.
society that like we as people would rather monthly subscribe to have movies and TV shows that we can watch whenever we want instead of just going and buying the movie or TV show for a one-time price and just having it forever. Yes, I know it's outdated technology.
Bro.
It is like DVDs
still,
or
it's
Blu-rays,
like-
but still they work.
Well,
And Blu-rays still look sick on a fucking modern TV.
it looks better than
It looks
streaming.
better. It does
Yeah.
exactly. So like that's something you think about. Like
Whoa.
what's a good movie that's on Netflix right now? Like I Love You, Man.
There you go.
Just got put back on Netflix. I could go buy
I
the
love you
blue.
too, bro.
I could go buy that Blu-ray for probably what $15.
Yeah.
And that I already would pay more than that in 2 months worth of Netflix subscription.
Bro, life is nuts.
Life is nuts because think about it. I don't know how you guys all operate, but when I first start relaxing, sitting down, turn on a TV, the first thing I go to is YouTube. I don't.
YouTube.
See, I'm not much of a YouTuber.
Oh, dude,
I'm,
I don't.
I'm
go-
At
YouTube
all.
on my phone.
Okay.
I'm on YouTube constantly.
Yeah.
I don't watch YouTube at all.
I'm
I'm on it a lot.
because you create your own. And again, it's
You create your own feed.
you create your own subscription.
Yeah.
But it's not like paid in. Like you
Right.
create your own subscription, your own feed of all the videos that you like, and it's like
Sounds like TikTok. You guys used to rip me.
No.
completely different.
Way
Completely
different.
And TikTok.
Bubba,
Did you see the
you
news
wanna weigh
about
in?
TikTok today?
What?
About the parent company thing that just came out?
Something about China?
Yeah, that they're planning on using and extracting, I guess, all of the location based
well,
stuff.
they've been doing that.
No, I know, but it's like they're announcing that they're doing
now
it
it's
now.
public.
So it's like, fuck, dude.
Yeah.
But like we say that, I get it. But like we have iPhones and shit like that can be tracked.
Oh, yeah,
Agreed.
absolutely.
So like
That's
I mean,
why
like,
I've
does, like,
always said
does
about
it
that
really
debate.
matter? You know?
It
It
matters in the sense if they implement like a social credit score type thing.
See, no, I listened to that the other day, and that scares the fuck out of me.
It's terrifying.
I don't even.
I didn't even
understand
realize that was in
concept.
China.
I sort of know on a
So
base
literally-
level. Yeah.
They said China does this. They can connect like all your social stuff, media stuff, to your social security number. And if you like say something against whatever, the
Oh.
government or whatever, they can turn off your ability to pay money,
To pay for things.
to
wow.
buy things.
So like,
Like, that's-
that'll never
But that
happen
is
here.
absolutely
That
terrifying.
would
It
cause a
is.
war here.
it's
Yeah.
it's
Like-
like because I agree. Do I think it would ever happen here? No. But to know that it happens and the biggest power of China is
That
a
is-
scary thing.
Yeah, but they're
Chi-
communists. So
China-
that's always been their
I just
ideal.
No,
never
agreed.
knew like
No,
that.
China,
yeah.
like, let's be real about it. China fucking sucks.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
But like that's some Black Mirror shit. Like something you'd
Oh,
see
for
in
sure.
a movie. Like
It's-
it made me think of the Justin Timberlake movie.
It's
Out of Time or
It's scary to
whatever.
think about because I think I get your thoughts on it. Like they are population wise the biggest power in the world, like they have all these ideas they implement on their society. Like if they were to take us over, we'd be subject to all that.
And that's the only thing that like freaks me out about the TikTok stuff, the social credit score, because like everybody will say that's alive right now that the government politics stuff in the United States has always been crazy. Like when my parents were younger, it was Russia. Now we're this age, it's China and Russia. Like that stuff's always been there. But to think all it takes is one or two wrong turns that to be able to quote unquote compete with a certain power, because let's be real, the biggest form of like flattery to be able to keep being dominant is imitation. That's
Yeah.
And that's the thing China has is they're all locked in on all their businesses and everything. Like JT said, they can shut the money off. They can make it to where if you tweeted one weird thing or didn't do this, you can't buy this house. Like it's a very
like they
scary
can
thought.
literally turn off your bank account. If you said fuck, if you were a Chinese person and lived in China and you were like fuck the government, I hate them, they can turn off your ability to buy things with your money. That is terrifying.
It's terrifying.
I heard this the other day and I was like, what the fuck?
Bubba wouldn't let it happen. He'd be
No.
fighting the fraud.
You know what this is kind
Be
of
all
similar
over it.
to on a way lower scale. I was talking about this today, and I think it's a fucked up thing, but that exists in the U.S. Homeowners associations.
HOAs.
Tell me why I could buy a plot of land in a neighborhood,
Yeah, it is.
and I own the land and everything I could do on that fucking land, but I have to conform to
Bro,
what a homeowners association says.
Why? When I was like, right when I graduated high school, I was on this kick, like I was just gonna buy a piece of not high school, college. When I first started working,
I was gonna say,
I had
Better be.
this thought, like, okay, my first house is gonna be a house that I build, which didn't
happen.
Not gonna happen. But I was looking at like plots of land and shit, and they had all these requirements,
Right.
To the
Like,
inch.
like house
Yeah.
must be white.
Yeah. No siding.
Shutters must be this color. I'm
Yeah.
like, wait, hold the phone here. I agree with you. It's like,
you're like,
wait,
I'm
you
buying
want me
this
to
piece of
buy the
land.
land, but then you want to tell me what I can do
Well-
on my land?
dude, it's
See,
just
I'm
like-
of the mindset where, like, how legally binding is that? Once I purchase the land and sign the contracts,
Well, I think that is.
That's part of the
that's
contract.
What,
it's in the contract.
Yeah.
once you buy it is when you're fucked.
because that's what I was thinking. Because when I first bought this house, I was talking to my mom and dad. I was like, let's just fence this whole thing in. Make it out front, make there be a fence so I don't have to see it. Like, I can put a gate on there so it's not connected to the road. And my dad's like, you're not allowed. I'm like, well, what do you mean? You're not allowed to build a fence along some parameter of whatever specifically where I'm at. It's like, how can I not build a fence if I want to build a fence?
What is the positive of a homeowners association other than like
I get what
being a
what they're
part of-
constructed for. It's so like it's like on a lane or whatever.
like eminent domain or whatever?
Well, it's so like that people can't just like buy a house on that street and then like paint it like
yeah.
rainbow colors or
Spray
put a
paint
bunch
it
of crazy
or have
shit
garbage
in the front.
everywhere.
Yeah.
It's
Like
a
it's
legal way.
to retain the aesthetic look of the neighborhood and make it look like a nice place to
Which
live.
how gay does that sound?
my it does.
I mean, if I want to paint it rosy color, I should be able to paint it rosy color.
like the street I grew up on had rules where it was like your house had to be built with either stone or brick. It couldn't have any siding on it.
Damn.
Stuff like that. It had to have particular kinds of roofs. And then like it went that way for like 15, almost 20 years. And now like that lane was like set in stone for a while, right?
Uh-huh.
And then the guy that owned the land started plotting out more pieces that were on there. And then the next generation of people that started building a few houses on the same lane weren't adhering to that. And people were getting pissed. They're like, why did we all have to do this for 15 years and all of our houses look this way? Now this guy's house at the end of the lane has siding everywhere. The only house on the lane that has siding.
Oh,
And I get where they're coming from. Now it sticks out like a sore thumb.
yeah. But all it takes is that one rebel to be like, I'm fucking.
Or
saying
he
what
don't
I
give a
want.
fuck.
Or he knew someone in the homeowners
Probably.
association and was like, "Hey, just let me do this," and then you know how it is. Everything's.
But what it
political.
comes down to is whoever runs your homeowners association, like how strict are they going to be? Like, are
For
they
sure.
actually going to enforce the rules?
How
You
cool
know, you
yeah.
could get somebody like fucking,
Yeah.
some tight ass.
Yeah.
Dude, it was even hysterical this week. So my mom hasn't been feeling well. Everybody's been banged. Everybody I see is like a little sniffly and everything. My mom's been a little banged up. She gets a knock on the door, and it's a city worker.
Oh yeah.
And he goes, we've been getting a bunch of phone call complaints for the sign that's in your yard. It's blocking the vision of the stop sign, whatever. Are you able to push it back 6 inches? So, my mom and dad call me, and I'm just like, fuck that. I'm like, elections are in 2 weeks. Like, who cares? You can see it fine. I drive by it every day. My mom and dad, being the great people that they are, they moved the sign back a little bit. So I'm driving home today. I'm like, do you guys not realize that you now cannot see the sign from any which way that you come? So if you're coming this way, you can't see who it is. And if you're coming this way, you can't see who it is. I told my mom and dad, I instantly put the tin hat on. I'm like, there's not complaints. That guy is in cahoots with whoever's running against
absolutely.
whoever.
Yeah.
And so my dad, I get my dad all fired up. He literally takes it out and just puts it on the other side of the yard where there's no bushes or anything. And he's like, the only obstructed vision now is my driveway. And I'm fine with that because I told him, I'm like, fuck that. They literally, they blocked the whole sign.
Yeah.
And I just thought that was crazy. But at the end of the day, it's like people will do what they got to do to win. And I think that's what I'm going to do for my front yard. I'm going to get a giant, I'm going to have Bubba Photoshop me a sick picture, a giant juice box thing, and I'm going to build a wooden thing so we just have a juice box. This is a main interstate,
Yeah.
dude.
That
We're
would
just
be
going to have a
so
giant,
That would be cool.
juice box sign right in my yard.
Yeah.
That would be really cool.
You should.
I am
Fuck
going to.
That's
I'm literally
essentially
going to.
what fucking mail pouch barns were all those years.
Yeah.
What a throw.
I wanted to
Yeah.
start that back up, but make it something else, like a different something.
Mail pouch barns, truly,
They're cool.
That's
it's cool
historic.
as fuck. Yeah,
I
it's
love
so cool.
mail pouch barns.
And
It's
it's
so
so
cool.
It's so cool when you're just driving in the most random back
Yeah.
roadish place and you just see like
See
a
one.
mail pouch barn.
How cool is it that you can just put on a vehicle farm use and you don't have to
Yeah.
pay taxes on it?
Dude, I was just talking about this with someone a few
I'm
weeks
about
ago.
to just spray paint that on my truck. Farm use only.
Yeah.
And if they ask me, well, why are you out here on the road? I'm just
Getting
just
farm
driving. I'm
supplies.
just driving a
Gotta get
tractor.
gas.
I'm just going to Tractor Supply.
Yeah. Yeah. Just be like, a man's got to go to Kroger too.
Yeah,
Just
dude,
because I live on a
I
farm.
need groceries. Jeez.
I'm just going to get some hay.
Oh, shit. But yeah, I cannot believe we are literally stumbling up on the greatest time of the year. It's-
Well,
Holiday season.
bro,
Yeah.
I would be completely fine if it was like it is right now, 12 months out of the year.
Me too.
oh, agreed.
100%.
For sure.
I agree.
I love the vibes. The fall vibes are unmatched.
Yeah.
Literally, they're the best.
I agree.
There's nothing more beautiful than driving.
Yeah, I mean, there's not. That sun's twinkling on the leaves and making the trees look nice and bright. Like,
And it was cool.
you
if
just
know-
can't beat it.
If you notice, Huey Mack's new video had the covered bridge.
That's what I thought. So he was there.
Yeah, so his stepdad must live in Philippines.
Yeah.
Which is very close
That
to
is cool.
Buchanan, where he grew up. So
There
that
we
makes
go.
sense.
I was like, that is the covered bridge.
Yeah. I don't know. That is one thing that I feel like I take for granted is like, yes, I know other states are beautiful. I've seen amazing pictures of other states, other landforms, whatever it may be. But West Virginia itself is like an extremely beautiful terrain.
Oh yeah.
And I know I take it for granted, but like when I'm driving places like that I get to go for work and I'm just literally mesmerized by like the mountains, the hills. Like I couldn't imagine living in the Midwest and everything just be flat.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, you want to experience that? All you got to do is drive like 25 miles into Ohio.
Yeah.
And everything flattens
For,
out.
It
for
does.
hours.
For
yeah.
hours. And you're like, huh.
That drive to Columbus is just like
Flat.
flat and boring.
Yeah.
and just cornfields.
Ohio's funny too because like even Pennsylvania, like we get all this bad hillbilly rap. Like, have you ever been to Ohio, Pennsylvania?
Oh God, they're horrible.
They're
It's the
horrible.
same fucking thing.
It's literally the same type of people. How did we get stuck with that stigma?
It's
trash.
stupid. I try not to dwell on it anymore, but I will fight you.
Bums me out. Ugh. Shit.
I don't even like. Yeah, like where did that even come from?
It's
The
crazy.
fucking Wrong Turn movie. Everyone saw a movie about Southern West Virginia about fucking people.
The whites.
Yeah, eating people or whatever the incest and
Yeah,
shit.
it's like there's fucking drugs everywhere. Everybody's on heroin and meth. It's not just West Virginia, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
seriously. Come on.
It's fucking
Speaking
crazy.
of West Virginia, Wheeling Island is like Detroit, Michigan.
Holy
Oh,
shit.
Good comparison. Yeah.
I
Yeah?
went like the one end
Yeah.
because I just was driving over to the stadium. I
Things
went,
could pop off on either.
dude.
end,
I went,
though.
yeah, but I went to Angie's brother's soccer game. Is at the stadium, and I'm driving around, and I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
This is Wheeling.
but then you
Did
get
you,
right
did you
on.
see some live shit?
No, but it's just like it's what it
Was
gives.
the block hot?
I just feel like I'm gonna drive down one of the South Huron Street and see fucking Eminem and cheese and fucking Cheddar Bob walking down the street. Like
How-
it just gives me those vibes. I don't know.
How
but
pumped would you be if you saw Cheddar Bob?
I'd be pumped. But then you get on the street right on the river that takes you to the stadium, like where you could park in.
Right.
And those houses are just fucking massive.
And they're beautiful.
It would be sick to have one of those.
I listen.
I mean,
The
all of-
ones off to the right too, along the river, are
yeah.
beautiful houses.
all of that truly is worth it to me. Like if I was able to get a house like that right there on the river, I would do it.
No, I agree. Like I think a house on the river would be awesome.
I'm
But-
just a big water guy though. But dude, you have Bush Beach.
Yeah, Bush Beach is nice. Cut a few bushes on the Bush Beach.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Oh, that was lame.
It's all right. But yes, I mean,
The
dude,
fu-
I feel like yeah. I don't know. What's been going on? What's been going on in life, Harold?
Oh, me? Oh,
yeah,
not
what's
much.
been going on?
Probably the wrong person to ask.
Just been chilling?
Just been chilling.
Yeah. What about you? Same old?
I've seen did you guys see the
My
preview?
back's fucked up.
Oh,
What
huh.
happened?
I think it's from I had to sleep on the couch for like 6 days straight because my wife had COVID.
Well, that will do it
That'll
probably.
do it.
and we were isolating.
Yep.
You
and
know,
it's just been fucked.
Yeah, that'll do it.
you know what the best thing to get? I swear to God, I'll swear by this for my entire life. First of all, is this yours?
No,
It's
Okay.
no, I
Brady's.
only brought 2.
It's
All right.
Brady's. You can have it.
I was gonna drink Brady's anyway,
Yeah.
but
Dr. Lip
if
shits.
you, what the fuck was I gonna say?
I don't know, man.
He blanked.
I don't know.
No, I had something. Oh, the best thing to ever stretch, I swear to God, I'll swear by this, is literally just a PVC pipe. Just get a nice PVC pipe.
They have one of them at the Y.
Yeah, see?
Never
and
used
you
'em.
just hold it and then you just like bring it back and forth and you do like some of these.
Mhm,
I have one at home. Nothing better stretches you out than
That's
a
what I used to do
PVC.
at the hockey warm-ups.
Yeah, dude,
A
it's
lot
the
of
best.
people, lay down, and I would just give a couple of those.
Yeah,
to
dude,
stick.
a couple of
it's-
those.
oh, yeah,
Yeah.
like
I
a
never
hockey stick.
stretched before hockey games.
No, I always hated that.
I just don't do it. I still don't do it.
Just did some laps. Yeah.
I mean,
Speaking of hockey,
Yeah.
I apologize.
Yeah.
With people talking
You
shit on
should,
me.
Yeah.
what happened?
So we had a late game on a Friday night. Oh, it wasn't that. Was it at
Wasn't
10
that
o'clock?
late. Yeah, it was 10.
That's pretty late. I was asleep.
Well, compared
It
to
was last
11:45.
That's
Yeah.
true.
And I was talking to Zarly the whole time about it, and he didn't show up.
Yeah.
And we had like 7 skaters. No, we had more than that. But at one point, it was like 4 of us in the locker room.
Were you motherfucking?
We're
you
like,
score a
fuck
goal?
these
yeah,
guys.
we're like, fucked it. Yeah. Scored
Nice.
I've scored the nicest goal I've ever scored in hockey in my life
Nice.
in D League.
Can you
men's
explain
hockey.
it?
I mean, it'd be kind of lame. On
No,
the
fucking do it, dude.
I want to hear about
Never
it.
once.
And dude, listen, if you're
He
listening
came,
right
he
now,
came down, fucking dangled the shit out of this guy, between the legs,
Yeah.
top cheddar.
and if you're listening right now, you should just go to YouTube and subscribe to the Juicebox Podcast YouTube and watch.
We're at it. There's a filmer there.
Yeah, and
videographer.
watch Bubba dangle a little bit. You know.
No, but it's a good comparison. So I scored very early in the game. I think it was my first shift. I came down. I think I beat a guy, and then I had like a defenseman right in front of me, and I used him as a screen. and like shot around him, and it went like top corner.
Did you talk shit?
No, I didn't. But a couple
Respect.
shifts later, Merkel hit me with a nice breakout pass, like flipped it over. I had a breakaway, and I got caught from behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll happen.
That's
So
fun.
I hit the one leg, like slowed down, and I got caught from behind.
Well, I'm not, defending my actions. I am a dick. I've yet to make a game of this session yet, which is shitty of me because I feel like people rely on me to be there. But here's what happened. Last Friday, I went to dinner.
This is like a tell-all.
I went to dinner with JT and
Oh
Sith.
yeah, you did.
We went to Pickles. We had some wings, and I had some drinks. And I had some drinks, and I got home.
I
You had
figured.
some more drinks, didn't you?
And no,
Oh,
I didn't have any more drinks. I got home. It was about an hour and a half till I had to leave for the game, and I passed out on the couch.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
And when I came to, it was 9:45. I was like, "Well, my game starts in 15 minutes. I'm not gonna make it up there now." And it is what it is.
Where was the game?
South Point.
South Point.
You'll have that.
Yeah, I mean,
So
it's happened.
No, but I was honestly one of the ones that were like upset in the beginning because like they had a full bench and we had like a backup non-goalie playing.
And it was against that annoying team too,
yeah,
right?
and
The
I thought we were
Islanders.
literally
The
going to get
Islanders.
beat 25-0, and we were winning the whole game in our fashion, lost in the last 3 minutes. So, but it was fine. It ended
That's
up being
on.
fine.
I'll take that one.
No, I mean, I can fully admit there's definitely been times where I've had plans, like late plans, and I sit down on the couch and I lay down and I do. And I'm not saying you did this. I'm saying this is what I do. I tell myself, I'm like, well, if I fall asleep, there's nothing I can really do about it.
Yeah.
There's definitely been times where I have fallen asleep and just kind of accidentally fallen asleep and then, missed out. It happens.
It is what it is. I just was out cold.
Yeah, there's nothing you can
Dude,
do
it's
about it.
Fridays, dude. I don't know how there was ever a point in my life where like Friday hit and I was like energized. Left work and I was like, let's get this fucking weekend
So
started.
So funny you say
Now
that.
I leave work on Fridays and I'm like, I am dead.
So funny you say that, dude. I actually, this past week, I'm laying in the hotel bed, like looking at my phone. It's like 7:30. I'm like, I'm in bed already. And I'm sitting there thinking, how did I work 12-hour days at Enterprise?
Yeah, I don't know how you did
How
that.
did I work 12-hour days at Enterprise?
yeah,
12-hour days.
Pretty much.
Jesus
12-hour
Christ.
days at Enterprise, come home on a Friday and Saturday, and every Friday and Saturday, regardless if I worked or I didn't, would go out and get it.
We'd be out and
Yeah.
Jake would be like, I gotta wake up, or I gotta be at work at like 6 a.m. tomorrow. And I'd be like, what are you doing here?
I
Go
sometimes
home.
I sometimes miss your Springdale house.
Springdale
Oh,
House
yeah,
is
I
a
love
party.
that
The
house,
living
dude.
room was sick.
It was fire, and we had a lot of good times there. Like that Springdale house did bring
I
out
had my
like,
slidey door for my
Yeah.
bedroom door.
it brought out like
was
the
a slide
vibes.
door.
The vibes. I'm like, let's just fucking drink,
I like
It definitely
I
did.
liked that house a lot actually.
Yeah,
Shout out Elliot.
for real. Shout
Elliot
out.
lives there now.
He does.
Thank you, Elliot.
I'll never forget, like, I don't know what we were doing, but, like, just Chance and Michael were over. And I was like, yeah, dude, like, let's do some shots. And we did shots. Well, we did a shot. And Michael took one shot and ran outside and just puked.
Yacked it up.
What?
Yeah.
One
shot?
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, I
I'll
just
never
remember.
forget that.
I
What
just
was,
remember so many times
Jack
just
Daniels.
like watching sports and shit there, and then just going out.
I mean, I remember pregame in the bar all the time there. We'd
Always.
get there, fucking chill and hang out. Like there'd be like a good amount of people there sometimes, and then go to the bar.
Dude, it used to be hysterical. Like, I would come home from work weekday, and I would be pulling up, and Jacko would be at my house before I was there.
Yeah,
And,
he
like,
beat you there.
he beat me there. And it's
Yeah,
like,
I mean, yeah. There were times where I was home from work
yeah.
and you weren't yet, and he would just be there.
I
Come
mean-
out, like, I was home first, but
Yeah.
then he would just come over.
And all of us, like, I remember one time I came home from work, and, like, the whole living room was full of people just watching a football game. And it does make me so sad, because it's like, how did I used to have this energy that I just no
the
longer
energy's just gone.
no longer
Where
have?
did it go?
I did. I mean, it's crazy. Literally, I don't know if you heard last week's episode. Bubba
I heard, yeah.
quit drinking, and that evening he
Yeah.
went and started drinking
Dude,
again.
like,
Yeah.
I don't think you understand how hard I laughed.
Like we were sitting here talking, and Bob was like, "Yeah, I think I'm done drinking for a while." And we were like, "Yeah, like I feel it. Like sometimes you have that or whatever." And he literally snaps us later that night, and he's at whatever bar
That was
with
a
a
Pickles.
beer.
Just smash. Regardless if it was 1, 2,
Dude,
3, or 4. It was
I died. Like I laughed
I'm kidding.
so hard when I
There you
saw
go.
that.
That's a spirit.
dude.
I need to stop though. Not stop, but
You don't have to stop,
not
but
drinking.
like
You're
many.
not an alcoholic. We like. I mean, drinking.
I'm not saying that.
What's
I'm just
drinking
saying
beer on the weekends
for like a fitness weight
You-
loss
feel that.
journey.
that, and you probably have those moments where you wake up the next mornings and you're like, I feel like death.
Yeah.
Why
That's
do I
why
do
I-
this to myself?
I've learned slow. I mean, it took me a long time, just to like, just be a sipper.
It's hard.
It's hard, but it's nice because I'll be drinking and it's like, the time that I drank 6 beers, like the old me would have drank fucking 14 or something.
Oh yeah,
You know what I mean? So it's like nice. to just
I still though like I say it like it's my religion nowadays. I say, hey Brooke, like I think like tomorrow, like I'm gonna try to be real good about it. Like I'm just gonna sip on some beers,
Mhm.
have a couple waters in between. Like I wanna have a productive Sunday. Next thing I know, I'm out. I look over at Brooke. She's shit canned. I'm like,
well,
I'm
Say,
fucking
Is it me and you at the hole doing?
I'm 6
doing
deep.
shots
Yeah,
and-
and I'm
Dude,
like,
one-
well,
1:30.
it's
I wake up Sunday and I'm like, fuck.
dude, I've thought about this in depth and I figured it out. Our friends are not good for each other's drinking health.
They're
No,
not. We're not
that's-
good for
yeah, I
each
agree with
other's
that.
fucking
At all.
like keeping.
I agree
We
with that.
can't keep each other in line because we want to just do the same thing.
Because all it takes is one of us to just go pussy and it's over.
It's not even, dude. Like, I get in the right environment. Like, I'm about to say this on here. I don't fucking care.
say it, dude.
Like at road bowling, I start road bowling and I start drinking and I get
just say that same.
And
Same
I'm
thing
just like,
happened
all
to
of a
me
sudden
at
I'm
road bowling.
like, let's fucking party.
Bro.
I'm like, who's got substances?
Yeah.
I start like, I'm like, let's fucking go.
It-
I
it's-
somehow all of a sudden click into my old early 20s self for the night.
It's always been an environment social thing for me. It's not like a substance thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
For you, it's like a chemical thing.
It
It's
is.
not.
It is a chemical thing.
What did we do after road bowling?
The hole.
We went to the hole.
I was at the hole. We
Oh, I
closed
remember
it
it all now.
down.
No, but yeah. Usually Angie's like, now Theodore, take it easy and shit. But at road bowling, we were playing, and she goes, I'm getting fucked up. That's literally what she said. She goes, I'm getting fucked up
No, dude,
today.
it's
and
just-
I was like, well, all right,
Dude, it's
let's get fucked up.
or at like Ogilvy Fest. I was like dead. We had
Dude.
been up we were up so early. We went to Amish country, and Brooke's just like ready. She's like, I've been waiting for Ogilvy Fest forever. I'm like
I'm
not.
getting lit. I'm
I'm
doing the
like
party
not
trick.
in the mood. So we get to Ogilvy Fest. She gets 2 pitchers of beer. Next thing I know, she's on tables dancing, and I'm looking around. I'm like, wow, fuck. So then I start just pounding the beers, and by the time we leave Ogilvy Fest, I'm fucking shit.
You know what did me was the fucking food truck festival.
Oh,
I
yeah.
got turned. Like because they had some pumpkin beer. I don't know, Devil's Backbone or whatever the fuck it was. And I just kept. You could buy one of those big mugs. It was like I think it was like 22-ounce mug or something. And I just kept getting it filled up with that, and I was shit faced listening to this cover band just in the front row, and it was just a great time.
Well, dude,
I felt like shit the next day,
Yeah.
but
So as much as we
It was
want to
fun.
say that, like, we tell ourselves we're not going to get into those situations, and then we regret it the next morning, you don't regret it because it's just a list of another good time you can add to your list of good times
yeah.
in your catalog
Well,
of good times.
the funniest thing for me was Saturday. It's like, yes, I was hungover. Yes, we were still drinking all day Saturday before the wedding stuff. But I made an effort. I was like, okay, I'm not going to get super drunk. I want to be respectable for this. I want to be coherent. Like, here I am. Like, I want to be present. I have to carry KP down. I was nervous, yada, yada. We're literally at the reception, and multiple people walked up to me, and they were just like, they were like, are you all right?
I did.
They were like, what's wrong with
It's like,
you?
are you all
And
right?
here I am thinking like I'm being a good, normal person. Like, it was weird for me because
Yeah.
I thought I was being like doing the right thing, not getting too drunk, whatever. And then in my head, everybody's asking me this, and I'm like, what do I act like on a normal basis that everybody thinks when I try to keep it real and respectable that I'm out of it?
You
or
know what?
whatever?
You're right. You were acting fine. I shouldn't have questioned
Yeah,
you.
just because he wasn't like
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
one drunk, people are like, "You good?"
No, but I don't even mean it like that. But yeah, that's what I felt like. I was like, it's kind of
I think it's because like in a party setting, you get turned.
which is fair.
Yeah.
Which is a fair statement. But the point in my head, I was thinking even afterwards, it started bothering me. I was like, why was everybody asking? Was I acting weird?
No,
like,
you weren't acting.
I thought I was just.
I didn't think you were.
Yeah.
No,
acting
you weren't
that way.
acting weird.
Yeah, but that you know how like that's how brains work. It's like
Yeah.
I'm not fucking shit faced on tequila and Pedialytes, fucking doing crazy things. And when I try to act normal once in a social setting, everyone's like, "Are you
yeah.
okay?"
Yeah, you try to act calm in a social
Yeah.
setting. That's not your norm.
Yeah, they're like,
I-
"Are you all right?"
That's not your normal. Speaking of that wedding, did anybody
I danced
think?
my ass off at that wedding. Go ahead.
Dude, I didn't.
I did.
I was just talking. This is a point I was going to bring up.
You're breaking up.
But I'm breaking up. Did anyone feel like that was like the fastest wedding and reception you've ever been to?
Dude, that's crazy because I remember when the lights came on, I was sitting at the table and I looked at my phone. I was like, "It's 10 already."
I just remember I never got a chance to hit the dance floor. I kept getting into conversations with people up by the bar.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, it was over.
and it was later too.
And I was like, what the fuck
Yeah.
just happened?
it went quick.
It did go fast, but yeah, I was shaking my thing.
And dude, shout out to my dad. He texted me and JT after the wedding and the Thunderstruck game, where you get around it.
Yeah.
He literally texted me and JT's like, "Well, he's like, I didn't even have any beer in my bottle. That was spit, and I was holding back. spit,
Yeah.
acting like I was
He
drinking.
drinking.
And I was like, "You're a legend."
He wanted to be such a good sport
Yeah.
for the Thunderstruck game that he drank his spit.
Yeah, pretty much. Like it was just sitting on his lips, and I was like, "You're a legend for that."
Yeah.
They don't make him like that anymore.
No.
They don't.
Oh, They don't.
Hashtag built
He's
different.
been around the block.
Yeah. Yeah, shit. So yeah, no, I don't know. I thought that was funny because even me and Brady were talking about it last night on Hits and Picks because Kristen asked me too, which is again, it's like it's okay. But then I was like, dude, is something wrong with me? Like
No, nothing's wrong.
Side story at the reception at our table. I sat next to Kristen, and dinner had finished and everything, and everybody got a roll.
Yeah.
Everyone got their own roll. Dinner had finished. They came and like picked up our plates. She stood up and went to the bathroom, and her roll was still sitting there. I was like, well, she didn't eat her roll. The dinner's already been picked up. She went to the bathroom. She comes back, sits down, and like within a second, she goes, "Did you eat my roll?" It's just like I just looked at her. I was like, "Yeah, I did." I just
Hey, honest,
didn't even
you
deny
got-
it. I
at
was like,
least you're honest.
"Yes, I did." I was like, "You hadn't eaten it yet, and you got up." I was like, "I thought it was just free game." I'm
That's
so
great.
sorry.
That's so great, dude. The crab cakes I got were fire. I don't know if you
You got the crab. I got
Oh,
the
yeah.
steak.
I got the steak. I
Steak was
can't eat
good.
crab cakes.
Shit was
Last
so
time I ate a
good.
crab cake and drank, I fucking puked everywhere.
Mm.
So
Really?
that's why I don't get
I
crab
feel like
cakes.
seafood and alcohol does not mix.
No, it
No.
definitely doesn't for you. You've
No.
always gotten like sick.
Yeah.
Like JT to
You
like
might have an allergy.
Yeah,
Brooke can't eat seafood
It's-
and drink alcohol.
it's what it does. It's like shellfish.
Yeah, that's what her allergy is.
So yeah, I don't know.
It's very
yeah,
shellfish.
dude. There was one time.
That's shellfish.
Shellfish.
There was
Indian.
one time
I
we
have
ate
to pee.
seafood. And I remember JT drank one beer, and I was like, "Dude, JT's gonna die." Like you were so sick.
Yeah.
Like obviously, I didn't know you were gonna die, but I was thinking in my head, I'm like, imagine dying from shellfish
From
and beer.
shellfish. I'm sure
Fucking
somebody
nerd.
has.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh,
I'm sure
definitely.
somebody has.
Like
That's-
back in the day, you
Oh,
didn't know what
yeah.
allergies were.
Absolutely.
People dropping left and right to shellfish.
I think just imagine being the people that tested the poisonous and non-poisonous,
Yeah.
like stuff that grows out of the ground.
Right. Yeah.
What
yeah.
did they do? Just pick a guy, and they were like, "All right, hey
Eat
Jeff,
that.
Jeff, you're gonna eat this, and we're gonna see how."
Jeff's going to take one for the team.
yeah, we're gonna.
Let's see how it affects your body.
Yeah, we're gonna see if you die, if you get happy, if you dance a little bit.
I think about that because think of how many different kinds of mushrooms there are.
Yeah.
There's mushrooms you can eat that make you like trip. There's that you can eat that are like just good to eat.
Yeah.
And then there's mushrooms you can eat that will kill you.
Imagine being the groovy dude that was like, yeah, we're going to trip, brings a whole bag with his friends back in like the 13 AD, whatever it was. He's like, yeah. And then like they all sit down. There's like 20 of them. They all just die. Because they're bad. They're
Just
bad
killed 'em
mushrooms.
all.
Just killed them all.
Bad shrooms.
In years, we're still trying to find out what killed him.
Yeah.
Those fucking mushrooms.
Yeah. Oh my
So
God.
I know we're getting close to probably whose favorite is the favorite here, but
Oh wow, it's been an hour.
I saw something last night I wanted to bring up real quick. You guys, you like Uncut Gems. You're
Yeah.
fans of it.
Yeah.
I still haven't seen it, which is fucking weird for me.
Great movie.
But Adam Sandler is doing another movie with the Safdie brothers. Netflix picked it up. I was reading an article last night on what the rumored plot is supposed to be centered around, and I'm all in on it. Did you see it?
I saw it, and I'm happy you brought it up because I also, as soon as I saw that, I was like, this is going to be a movie that our crew is going to love.
We saw the same thing about high-end trading cards?
Yeah.
That's going to be
It's
sick.
going to be crazy.
That's going to be sick.
Wait, what is it?
So he's doing another movie with the two brothers that directed
Yeah.
Uncut Gems.
Yeah, yeah.
And the plot is supposed to be centered around high-end trading cards.
So imagine
Whoa.
like gambling and gems, but it's trading cards.
Okay.
So like we might see some like I'm sure it'll touch on like high-end like sports cards that are worth like millions, but like we might see some like Pokemon
That's
card
cool.
stuff.
And what's so crazy
That's
about
really
Uncut
cool.
Gems is that movie's literally based off the directors, which are brother's dad.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, it's not a it's like a loosely
Yeah,
based,
loosely. Yeah, I get it.
which is crazy.
Inspired by.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And real
I didn't
quick,
even mention that I got my cards back on the pod.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it was weeks ago, but
good.
yeah, I got my cards back from PSA. Got
right, cool.
PSA 10 Japanese Charizard, which is fine.
It looks
is fire.
sexy. It looks
I'm
very
very
sexy.
happy about it.
That is fucking
Very
fun.
sexy.
It's sexy.
Have you guys seen or started watching The Watcher on Netflix?
No, but I've heard it's really good.
Angie binged it all.
Oh, dude, it's crazy. It's a
with
true story.
John Bernthal or whatever.
No, it's not John Bernthal. It looks like John Bernthal, but it's not John
What are
Bernthal.
you talking about? We talk about the horror show.
Yeah.
That's
The-
not John Bernthal. In
No.
What?
No, no.
Who is
Is
it
it
then?
Is it about?
Is
just, like,
it
a
Ron
stalker?
Bernthal?
Yeah.
See that?
His
Is there
brother?
Is there Ron Bernthal?
I
and Ju-
don't know.
I can't remember who the guy is. He's a good-looking cat, though. But it's a true story about a New Jersey suburban neighborhood where, like, the neighbors all suck people's blood, and, like,
Oh, yeah.
and it's a true story.
They're swingers.
It's getting raved. It's like getting raved about right now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
We're
only-
talking about the same thing.
Yeah, I'm only on episode. I only watched
Yeah.
the
It's
first
a thriller
two.
show.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Okay.
because I have to take the episodes in stride because it's like
It's
that's
too intense.
it's like imagine hitting your dreams of being able to have a big house, but
Mhm.
also having a big house is an issue because everybody's so spread out all the time, and you never know where somebody could pop into the house.
And
Yeah.
what's it called?
The Watcher.
The Watcher.
Yeah,
I got a show for you about a big house.
fucking tell me.
The Haunting of Hill House.
No, I won't
I
do
won't
it.
watch
Bro.
it.
I
Won't
won't
watch
do
it.
it.
This just went full circle, but I used to watch that at the Springdale house after work
I'm
with
an idiot.
nobody at home. I couldn't watch the final episode.
I heard that show is terrifying.
I would just scream my head off just to myself.
Oh, dude.
Like, it is a scary fucking
Here's
show.
the thought before I forget about
But I
it.
couldn't get enough of it. It was like an adrenaline rush.
Here's what's crazy too that I thought of going to House of the Dragon. It's
A
wild
lot
to
of
know.
houses.
It's wild to
A
know
lot of
why
houses in that
why
show.
Jon Snow has brown hair and he's still a Targaryen because the Rhaenyra's bastards have brown hair
Wow.
and they're Targaryens. Did you guys pick up
Well,
on
well,
that?
I don't know if he's. I don't know if he's
and he's
descended
still a
from her
Stark.
line.
No,
Yeah.
no, but I'm saying though that like
It's
it
Okay, I get
shows
it.
how
I get what
brown
you're saying.
hair got into
Because-
the Targaryen
Dominates it.
lineage.
Because for the most part, though, like Targaryens, they normally got the
Blonde
blonde
hair.
hair. I get what you're saying.
So I thought of that today. I was like, ding! I was like, this is sick.
Yeah, there's been few. There's been. Yeah. First of all, I have to backtrack because I feel like an idiot. Yeah, that's not John Bernthal. That's Bobby Cannavale or whatever.
Yeah.
Yes, I apologize.
Sorry, John Bernthal, great guy. He
John Berthal's a great guy. I
Great
don't
guy.
know why I thought he was in it.
and
but,
again another one that makes a lot of his podcast money off of Patreon.
Yeah. But yes, there's been multiple brown hair Targaryens actually, if you look it up.
But is that where it started?
I don't know. I don't know.
Well,
Dude, the Targaryen lineage is so
Dude,
confusing.
yeah, it
There's
is.
about 50 Aegons.
yeah, and I just want to say,
Jon Snow's Aegon.
I want to
He
put
is.
my hand up. I want to put my hand up and say that my prediction early on that I thought was going to happen pretty much happened.
Wait, slow down.
What was your prediction?
About how like Rhaenyra and Damian would team up, and then they'll be against like
Well,
everybody
see,
else.
Oh, yeah.
Which again,
I-
because
yeah,
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, you were
recall-
saying that from the
you did,
beginning,
yeah.
and I knew it was going to happen the whole time.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah.
I do think, which please don't.
No, I
'cause
won't.
don't know.
No, I don't.
Um,
Again, I don't know the full story.
I do
just
think
know
someone
Cliff
is going to switch sides.
Yeah, and I
eventually.
know who it is. You and me
Notes.
talked about
I
it.
don't know anything about that.
No, we don't know for
I-
sure.
if I was a betting man, I don't think.
If I was a betting man, I would think towards the end that Aemond is going to swap sides.
Or he
because of
might
the-
be like a
because of the Sir
rogue,
Christian
rogue,
Cole,
rogue
scene.
agent.
Seen in the last episode where he was like, "I should be king." I'm not saying he's going to join Rhaenyra.
See, I don't think that. I don't think so. I don't think that would happen.
yeah,
If
I don't know.
if I could see anybody switching sides, I don't even know who. I don't know who I would. guess to
Here's the only
switch
reason why I
sides.
say that is because of that Sir Christian Cole scene where he's like, "I should be the one." He's like, "I'm the one that studies. I know
Oh, yeah,
everything.
yeah.
I should be king."
Bro,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it sucks because I'm so on the black side.
Yeah. Is anyone on Team Green?
People are, but like,
Yeah,
I
I like
lo-
Aemon.
dude,
He's cool.
I love his character.
Yeah, he's
I
cool.
think he's fucking sick.
He's badass.
Which sucks because I just know he's gonna be bad as fuck. But like, I just love his character.
but bad is
it's
a,
a rel.
it's exactly
it's your
it's
perception,
perception of the show. Like you could be Team Green, you
Yeah.
think he's
Because
good.
because
But-
if you're Team Green and I'm a homer, but Damon is a menace.
Yeah,
Well, I definitely lean towards Team Black. Like I think Damon is cool as fuck. I like Rhaenyra a lot,
We like incest. It's cool.
and but I hope the show portrays it going forward in the future to where like you could sympathize with both sides.
Yeah,
that's
for
how
sure.
I hope
Well,
they portray
see,
it.
here's my thing, which I seem to just from social media, I seem to be the only one on social media that feels this way. I don't think Alicent
Is bad.
is that bad.
I don't either.
I think it's her dad that twists her mind. Like I
Agreed.
see all these things like Alicent is Cersei, Alicent is Cersei. I haven't thought that for 1 second.
Not even close.
She
yeah.
Alicent has a heart. She feels for Rhaenyra, but then her dumbass dad is always like, "No, Alicent,
And-
you fucking
And
whatever."
who got her in
Well-
the situation in the first place? That's the only reason why. 'cause
Right.
her
Yeah,
dad
like-
made her-
Well, and last episode made that pretty clear.
Yeah.
like her and her dad were like against each other that
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah. And like
Which-
Alice, they go to the council meeting, and she's like, "What the fuck? You guys all
you
knew
guys been
about this
plotting
already."
the whole time.
Yeah.
Which Viserys 1,000% thought he was still talking to Rhaenyra, right?
Oh,
he was talking about
100%.
Rhaenyra's Aegon, correct?
He was telling
Yeah.
her the dream.
He was telling her
about
again about
Aegon the Conqueror's
Because
dream.
he thought it was Rhaenyra, though, right?
He thought he was
Not
talking to
Alicent.
Rhaenyra,
About-
and he was talking about the original
Aegon.
Aegon.
Okay, that's what I
yeah,
thought.
and Alicent took it as their
Yeah.
son.
So,
Aegon needs to be the king.
so that's another thing you got to realize. Alicent never knew about the prophecy.
Yeah.
The only two people alive at that point in the show that know about it was Viserys and Rhaenyra, because that's who he passed it down to, because she was supposed to succeed him.
Which even though Angie
So, like, the
spoiled
secret-
it for me.
The secret is only supposed to go from king to next succession.
Yeah.
You know
I
what
thought
I mean?
JT was going to shit a brick. We're on the way to Charlotte, and JT kept saying, he's like, stay off Facebook. Like, I don't want to hear anything on Facebook. And then Angie, God love her, was talking. She's like, oh my gosh, I figured it out. Rhaenyra's kid's named Aegon too. And JT just looks at her and was like, Angie, Angie, Jake's probably pissed at you right now. It's so
No,
funny.
because she is so funny. Like
Oh,
I
she's
hope
so funny. She
hope
got so excited.
I hope she doesn't listen to this episode because she still doesn't know that Jon Snow's a Targaryen yet. We're still watching.
Oh,
But the
okay.
funny thing is,
Okay.
like, I love her to death. But like when we first met and we're hanging out, she's like, "Yeah, I've watched Game of Thrones and shit." And then we restarted it, and I was trying to have a conversation about it, and I was like, yeah, like they're going to Winterfell right now. She goes, "Winterfell?" And I'm like, "Yeah, you know, like where the Starks live." She goes, Stark? I'm like, Jesus Christ, you have not watched this fucking show.
That's day one stuff.
One is I'm really excited for further on in House of the Dragon where the Starks get involved in the dance.
Yeah, that's exciting.
So that will be really cool to see because I like the Starks.
And I want
Always
there
loved
to
the
be
Starks.
like a badass Stark, not like the
there's-
nerd Stark
there
they showed
is-
in this season.
I can't obviously speak to what the
I
Starks
saw his
characters are going to
name.
look like, but there is a major plot point about the Starks that will happen. It's sick.
Nice.
It's pretty cool.
Now let me
But-
ask. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
The balls at the
Yeah, I still don't. I think
is that
that's
that's a new thing, right? That wasn't.
That was just That's
Wait,
Well, I
what'd you
think
get?
technically it's an old thing.
well,
you agree?
Yeah.
I think it's kind of cool.
It is. I
What
think
is
it's
it?
supposed to signify
When
that
they're
you're
at, like,
present.
that they
They're
start.
at the King's
They
Court
have
and
those
like
balls.
They're at the
yeah.
hand meetings.
What's his name got slammed against his forehead?
Bro.
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
is honestly,
Yeah,
Sir Christian
fuck
calls
him,
a
dude.
cocksucker.
I can't
Dude,
wait.
I
can't
hate
wait
Sir
till
Kristen.
somebody kills him.
Me too.
I hate Sir Kristen.
He sucks.
But you know, one thing I wish the shows would have kept, like to the books with was I think Targaryens also with their silver hair are known for having violet eyes,
Yeah.
like purple eyes.
Yeah.
And in the books, they like that's one of the first hints that kind of hints that Jon Snow is actually a Targaryen is because apparently he has purple eyes.
Oh, okay.
He's got brown hair, the dark Stark. He's got all the Stark features and the dark hair, except he's got
They probably
purple
didn't do
eyes.
that because I feel like
It would have
that-
given away
giving
right
it
away.
right
Right
away.
away.
What, do
Yeah.
you think there's enough? Because I don't know plot points and stuff. I'm just learning it as we go. Is there enough plot point information that they could make a show that ends on the final season of like Jon Snow getting taken by Eddard Stark?
Oh yeah,
That'd be cool.
Robert's Rebellion.
Yeah.
Oh, dude,
You know what I mean? Like,
They probably will.
Dude,
That's probably
if they do
God.
if they do a Robert's Rebellion show, I'll be
Yeah.
dude.
I would
It'll
love
be
to see young
sick.
Robert.
It'll be sick.
Yeah.
You'll get to see so many characters that we were like big fans of in Game of Thrones. Their younger selves.
And we get to see Rhaegar, which
Yeah.
he always seemed like a badass.
You get to see Rhaegar is apparently one of the like coolest, most humblest Targaryens ever.
and I get so confused with all this because like every family I can sympathize, even in Game of Thrones, every family I can sympathize for doing things that just helps their specific family. And some people get put in these situations where it looks like they're siding with a bad side or doing a wrong thing, but in reality, they're just trying to make
Except
sure they're.
Cersei. Fuck Cersei.
Well,
she's like,
you
oh,
get what
we,
I'm saying.
we
though.
have
They're-
another wolf. Fuck you.
but they're just trying to
Oh, I
make
hate that
their
scene.
family survive.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like what was his what was the guy when Otto's standing at the top and he's like, nobody's leaving this room until they bend the knee, and the one guy's like, I will not do that.
He's
until I
like,
talk
I'm gonna
to
have
my
to go
family."
discuss it with my family.
Which is a honorable thing to say.
Yeah,
I don't think
exactly.
that's
Well,
messed
first
up.
off, what the fuck does Otto Hightower want anyway? He's not going to be the king or
I think he
anything,
wants his bloodline
But it's just like, fuck you.
on the throne.
You're old and washed, living in the past. Just
So-
hang it up.
Which like now
Just
it is.
hang
so,
it
like
up,
he's got what
Otto.
he wants, but it caused. It's like you get what it's so funny because like that's I think a major theme of the show. It's like he ultimately gets what he wants. He wants his half of his bloodline on the throne, but in turn it causes a war to where his bloodline's probably going to get wiped out
Dude,
from it.
I would love if fucking Damon just chops Otto's head off in this finale, dude.
Yeah.
That would be sick.
That'd
I
be
don't know.
so
I don't know
sick.
what the fuck happens to Otto's character.
So,
I don't know
so
how
do
he
you-
ends up.
Do you know how this whole thing ends? You just don't know. Like,
No. I don't know how the dance ends. I just know certain things that happen during it.
So
I don't know everything that happens during it.
well,
I
don't
just know
rewatch.
a couple.
I'm serious.
I
don't rewatch Game of Thrones.
I'm not going
It's
to.
stuff-
because Joffrey
They
literally
talk about it.
says something to Marjorie
Yeah.
that their names and everything
Yeah.
says what one does to the other.
Which Marjorie is a descendant of
she's
Allison
Hightower.
Hightower.
Yeah. Yeah, because the Hightowers were I think that High Garden was their castle, right?
Whoa.
Am I wrong about that?
Bubba, you're
I don't know.
crushing.
You
There's
might be
another
right.
there's
Yeah,
another house that
Turn it
had
up,
High
baby.
That's what I'm
Garden
talking about.
before the Tyrells.
That would make sense.
There's another house that had High Garden before Tyrells. So,
I mean, that would make sense.
but
I don't know.
here's what like when I was big into Game of Thrones, like, dude, it's my favorite show ever.
Yeah.
Like, I was nerding out. I would read anything and everything about the histories and stuff. So yeah, like I know certain things that happen about in the dance story, but I don't know all of it. And when this show started, I told myself, like, don't do what you were doing and go keep reading wiki links because you're going to spoil the whole thing. I was like, just stay still with the information that you know and then let it all play out. Like, don't spoil it for yourself.
Did
So that's
anybody
what I've been
else
trying to do.
just get thrown off by
Bro,
that fridge
it's
shutting off.
too
real quick?
quiet
Yeah.
in here.
Fridge just
That
Re-
freaked me out.
It's
I was
too
like,
quiet in here now.
yeah.
has that
Oh.
fridge ever stopped? while
What
we've
the
been
fuck?
recording?
Did it break?
No.
The fridge
Shit,
is
what was that?
broke.
Oh yeah, because like John does the same thing, and I know you do that as well. And that's like was definitely fun for Thrones, but now that like you can actually know what happened,
Right, now
it's
that we're
like-
getting told a story in the past, you don't want to you want to enjoy it.
because here's what's wild to me.
You mean Johnny spoilers?
Yeah, Johnny Loose Lips.
That's
Johnny
funny.
Spoilers, Johnny Loose Lips.
No, real
Um,
quick.
Yeah.
I thought I don't know what we were talking about. It's so funny. Like someone's like, "Wait, like don't say anything. I haven't watched." And he just replied. He's like, "Okay," but then he sends like a whole paragraph, and we're like, "Dude, what the fuck?"
Dude, Johnny Loose Lips.
I fucked with him so bad that one day.
Yeah.
He texted me separately. He's like, dude, I'm so
Dude, he
sorry.
was so upset.
He's like, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to spoil that for you.
I was like,
I was
"John,
like,
it's
dude, I
okay."
was messing with
Yeah,
you.
I know. That's what I told him. I was like, dude, it was dude, he felt awful.
He did. I
He
know.
really
He
did.
literally texted me
He's
separately.
like, I'm never gonna say anything anymore. It's like, no,
Yeah.
that's not what we're talking about. Fuck, I forget what.
But yeah.
Sorry.
I think it's crazy. So if this goes 4 seasons, like George R. Martin said, I am so surprised that we're seeing this stuff happen so early in the series. Like, I figured the events that we're seeing now would be something in a 4-season show would be something you would see like mid-season 2.
I take it as like this is the start of the show. now.
Exactly. That's what I was trying to tell
Like
people.
episode 9 to me was like, all right, this is it.
Right.
Start.
It is.
But does
Yeah.
This is
does
the
it
war.
stay with these characters the whole
Yeah.
time?
So
Yeah.
these cast members are the cast for the rest of
I
the
just
show.
didn't know how
Yeah.
far it went
It'll
into
be
the
no
lineage.
more. It'll be no more like time skipping and no more. And that's what I kept trying to tell people. I was like, they're being good to us and giving us a little bit of backstory.
Yeah.
They aren't just starting episode 1
Bro.
with the start of the dance. So
Right.
that's why you had all the abrupt time
Yeah.
skips and the actor changes, but now like we're solidified.
Which it was
Like,
so funny.
We're here now.
You have fucking old people like Joe Rogan talking on his podcast. He was like, "This show is great, but as soon as they change actors and actresses, they lost me. Why would you do that? Why would you do this?" It's like, you fucking idiot.
Yeah.
They're time jumping. They're trying to tell
Well,
the story.
Like think of the first like 8 episodes as a what do they call it? Is it an epilogue or a prologue?
Yeah, like yeah.
Is that
Prologue.
one of those is right?
I think it's either one. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's all it was.
And then-
it's
and-
just trying to give you the information that lets you know how
And
this
how else are you gonna
story
do that in a fucking
starts.
TV show than that?
Exactly.
and then he was saying too, what's the last names of the guys of the seas?
Valerian.
Valerians.
He was saying he's like all these Valerians are black. He's like, where were all the black people in Game of Thrones? Like what? So you're telling me there were black people early on and there's not black people in Game of Thrones? And in my head I'm thinking, dude, all it takes is one Google. We literally read this out loud. It's because they didn't want the two families to look the same.
The
Dude,
same,
I could
yeah.
not. I could not talk to Joe Rogan.
Dude,
'Cause I would
he's been
say-
annoying me
I would
lately.
say something like, "Oh yeah, like this," and he'd be like, "Oh really? Fact check that, Jamie. Is that actually true?"
Dude, he's
Hold
been
up.
annoying
What do
me
you
lately.
mean? Like, what do you mean that the fucking sun came up that day? Check it, Jamie. Did that actually happen
That's
that day?
what he does to
That's what
everybody.
happens. I'm like,
Shut
slow
the
down.
fuck
Let
up.
people
Yeah.
talk. Let people talk.
Yeah, dude.
Did you listen to the fucking comedian girl? Most recent episode.
No,
Eliza,
yeah.
whatever. Oh my gosh. Did he get on her ass about stuff? Anyway, back to House of the Dragon. Shout out Princess Rhaenys, though.
Yeah.
Right?
She's cool.
Why did she not Dracarys their
I,
ass?
Oh,
dude,
dude.
I think everybody in the world was thinking the same thing.
Is there a
You could
message
have
I'm
ended the
missing?
world, the war right there.
Is there was there a message behind that I did not catch?
The only
Like,
thing I could think of is because you see the preview for the next episode, she goes straight to Rhaenyra. She's going to try to play both sides, so whoever wins she is good with whoever wins, and she doesn't have to choose.
or she's still trying to become the queen.
See,
somehow.
I took it as like it was just one of those creative decisions to make a cool visual. Like it looked badass, but like story wise, it makes you be like, well, she could have just literally saved everyone from going to war.
And when Alice,
But a lot of people were saying, I think they were trying to show how like her and Allison had that conversation early in the episode, and then they kind of talked about their kids, and then when she came up out of the ground, she saw Allison was like standing in front of her own kids.
yeah.
And in that moment, she thought, okay, I sympathize with her. Like she would do anything for her family.
Like she's like not a murderer.
Yeah,
though,
like
too.
I'm just gonna fuck.
I'm just wondering which side she's going to be on because the conversation with Rhaenyra wasn't too pleasing either.
Well, but think of this though.
true.
She's got to be with her grandkids.
Yeah,
though.
exactly.
That's true.
The only blood she has left.
On Rhaenyra's side.
Which now I have to.
Yeah,
I
let's
have
talk
to
about this.
Section off for a second.
Let's
Yeah.
talk about this.
Her son,
Yes.
still being alive,
Yes.
is not a known thing in the books.
Oh, okay. Didn't know that.
So like
Yeah,
that's
okay,
that's
I
the
saw
cool
that.
thing from the books versus the show that I keep trying to tell people. The books about the show are told from the perspective of two maesters who are just like retelling history as they were told it.
Oh, that's sweet.
Right?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know
So
that
like
either.
what you're seeing on screen is what actually happened.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Wow, that is cool.
So that opens doors. There is a Valerian blooded male that fucked off to Essos or whatever. What did he do in life? There could still be Valerian blooded kid.
I tell you what, he was sucking cock.
Yeah.
He was definitely sucking
And he was
cock,
sucking good cock.
but like,
Good cock.
but you know what I'm saying?
the
now.
biggest of cocks.
Like that's a pretty big revelation that
Yeah.
I don't know if this show will touch back on it.
Which,
It might just be an open-ended thing.
Where did the Unsullied come from?
I know, that's
I
a big
love
thing,
that
too. I
theory
love
though.
that
I
theory,
know,
too.
I know, Laenor's gay, but like when he shaved his head, they like put him next to Grey Worm, and
And
it's
it
like,
looked a lot alike.
yeah, I'm like, dude, that would be a sick storyline.
I think the Unsullied, from the way it's told in the show, is it's just kids that are literally like kidnapped at an
That's
early
just a
age
cool
from just
Where-
all over.
Where do we lie on the debate where Daemon and Rhaenyra know that he's still alive, or they
No.
didn't know that guy was going to do that? Because
I think they both know.
No, I think they
They
planned,
it all
because it shows
Yeah.
the scene right before that happens
Bec-
where Damon kills the guy in the hallway,
because
and the guy he kills in the hallway is who they fake put in the fire.
Oh yeah, that's right. So
see,
that's,
I was still under the impression, and I don't disagree with what you guys are saying because that makes a lot of sense. But I was under the impression that the guy that was paid the money set that up so
they could run
thought
off
that
together.
they
I
killed
get what
him
you're
and
saying.
they could run off together.
Yeah,
That's how I originally
but it doesn't make sense
perceived it.
because Damon's
Damon
the
killed
guy
that
that
guy,
kills the
yeah.
dude in the
yeah,
hallway.
no, that makes that
and like
makes sense.
I like that part of the whole story too, because like Rhaenyra really did like love that guy.
Yeah, for sure.
But she like knew like
So she's not
Yeah.
lying when she's saying I didn't plan to have him killed.
Yeah.
Technically, when she's
No,
talking
she
about
didn't have him.
what's her
lie.
name, Rhaenys.
Rainey's.
Rhaenys.
Yeah.
Rhaenys, yeah. So she wasn't lying actually.
Yeah, be legit if she. I mean, like, just tell her he's alive.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
And then he fucked off.
Which-
with
Maybe
his,
she
with
would-
his-
maybe
Which
she
that's
will.
What,
She
yeah,
might,
maybe
yeah.
that's a fucking back
maybe he'll
pocket
show
thing.
up somehow. Maybe he'll
That's
show
what I'm
up.
saying. Like that really, honestly, left an open-ended plot point.
Yeah.
We have no idea where that could end up. And honestly, I think after the first episode that aired, we came on the podcast and you guys both said, "Is that guy, that pirate guy from Game of Thrones, is he a Valerian?"
Whoa.
And I was like, no, he's just. But now I'm like, well, there might be some substance to
Yeah,
that.
could be.
I mean,
Whoa.
like, that guy is alive.
Because he was a dude of the seas. Like
Exactly.
that was,
That's what I
that was
mean.
his thing.
He could have grown up
Whoa.
in a family of seafaring people
yeah.
and not
Whoa.
know,
I forgot
and
about
he
that,
might not even
actually.
know his true lineage.
I forgot about that actually.
Whoa. That's
Damn.
sick.
I mean,
It could happen, dude. But another cool thing was when what's her name, Princess Yelena
Helena.
is talking to Allison. She's like, "There's a beast beneath the
Beneath
boards,"
the
and it was
boards.
literally like basically telling us that something fucking wild.
Yeah,
was
so
gonna
so
happen.
you know that she can see the future.
Oh,
Is she-
so,
because
so,
that's
Is she-
actually her
is she
character.
the weird one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's
The
the
weird
strange
Targaryen?
one.
so
because
she's
she
not
actually-
actually fucking.
No, she actually can
because
see the
she
future.
called the thing about Aemon's eye though too.
Yeah,
Wait, is she a?
she's
Is she a three-eyed raven?
Whoa.
A 3-eyed raven.
She can see the future. Yeah, that's like a thing. That's an actual thing.
When
from the
we
books.
started this podcast, was it before
What?
season 8 started? Were we
No.
on the thrones or was that over?
no,
Season 8 started. No.
No,
It was
no,
over.
because
It's over?
the finale.
No.
I'll never. No, because the finale of Game of Thrones was literally the first day Brooke and I started dating.
Was that the finale?
That was the finale. We came here and we watched it.
That's right.
First day her and I started dating,
That's right.
and we
Had some
started the
bad wine.
podcast. What?
Had some bad wine.
We did. The bottle
They're still
was
there.
up there.
They're somewhere back here.
But
Sun,
yeah,
sun.
so it would have been about like 2-3 months before we started
Yeah, dude.
the pod.
No, dude. I just love the show.
I just love the world, dude.
Yeah.
Give me every show possible about that world,
That's what I was telling
and
my
I'll
mom.
eat it up. I'll eat it up.
Because my mom's like, she doesn't like the whole like Marvel, like superhero, like supernatural stuff, but she loves the whole family dynamic stuff. And I was like, if you can just get past the fact that there's dragons in this show, you would love this show.
Dude, I think the family dynamic of the Game of Thrones shows might be my favorite aspect of it. When I started watching Game of Thrones back in college, it like really made me start caring about family legacy.
Yeah.
Like
That's literally
what's-
what the entire show's
exactly.
about.
It's like, what's my legacy going to be? Should I make a family crest? Like, do I need a logo like the Starks logo?
Dude, that's why
Can I get a dragon?
I'm
Yeah.
a big fan of Liver King. He made a family crest. It's pretty sweet.
Liver King? I
There's
heard
a
he
house.
smells.
Oh, I'm sure he does. There's a house tour of Liver King on YouTube. I watched it. He's got a big family crest above the fireplace. It's pretty sick.
There is 0% chance that guy's natural.
Yeah, 0%.
Agreed. I mean, and that's kind of one of the, like, everybody gets on the Jenners for being like, oh, they're fake, but like everybody loves Liver King because he eats
Yeah.
liver. It's like, dude, he is definitely roided up, big time.
Slap the
time.
bass big time.
Big time.
Big time.
Yeah, you want to go?
Let's do it, dude.
Yeah, so shout out Jake for winning the Tom Hanks vote. I came in last.
I feel like there was another one though that we did
them all.
them all.
Maybe. Or did I not announce a winner?
I feel like we didn't know who won the TED one.
Do you want me to go look real quick?
No, I'm just saying. I'm just calling out your
Yeah,
fucking
who
error.
did win that one?
Let's
Calling
go
out
look.
your
You got-
error.
Guys,
Your fucking error.
keep talking and I'll find it. Sheesh.
But yeah.
Sheesh.
I don't even know who won that one.
Yeah, I can't even remember which that. Oh wait, no,
That
I
was the
think
best-
Ted
the
won.
Best,
Ted won.
Best place to have a beer.
Yeah, Ted ended up winning. I did look that one up.
Let me find. Well,
Shout
just
out
let me
Ted.
find it.
No, actually, we definitely said it because Bubba wasn't here for that vote.
Very true.
And then the next episode, he said, "I just wanted to say my favorite
Very
beer."
true. Correct.
So we definitely talked about it.
I am wrong.
So you can just stop.
Yeah,
Mhm.
dude. Quit looking it up. Quit
Let's-
looking it up.
Let me find it.
He's scrolling still.
Are we gonna spin the wheel tonight?
Yeah, we're gonna spin the
I
wheel.
have to pee.
Spin that.
Ted
wheel.
won the whose favorite beer is the beer. If you guys didn't know, whose favorite beer is the beer? Whose beer? You know what I'm trying to say. Yeah, I gotta bring up the wheel. Wheel spin.
How do you get the wheel?
I just type in Google wheel spinner.
Nice.
That's the first thing up
Yeah,
top.
that's what
Picker wheel.
That's what I used the same one for the 100th episode
Yeah.
where I decided who would go in what order. But JT, I would like to say while we're waiting, great job on AJ's podcast.
Oh, thank you.
I
yeah,
thought
it was very good.
it
Oh,
was very
thanks.
good. I
Jeez,
thought it
thanks,
was
guys.
a very interesting conversation.
Thanks, guys.
Because
Jeez.
I kind of agree with what you were saying, where there is a point in life where like you have things planned out, but you also have to stick
But-
to
yeah.
some kind of like openness
I
to
just-
not.
I just listened to his podcast with his students, and they're like so, which is not a bad thing, like so insightful and sure about everything. And I'm like, when I was 17, I didn't know anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I had no clue about what the fuck I wanted to do and shit.
Well, that was the wildest part when AJ said what this guy said on the podcast about his future plans. It's like, it's cool to have future plans, but also I feel like there is something to be said, like you said, to where you have to let life happen too. Like you have to let
I
other
agree.
things come into your life and see what happens from those as well.
Yeah.
So good
Agree.
episode.
Still waiting for my invite onto that.
Well, I
Yeah,
invited,
me too.
I invited just so you all. I invited myself. I just started
Nice.
texting. I was like, "Let me come on the
Yeah,
podcast."
dude, just text him and be
Yeah.
like, I want to be on. Now I'm sure I'll be like,
I will.
okay.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna start DMing him.
Are we ready? Oh yeah. Okay. So this week's question: I specified on a Sunday
Mhm.
because
that was important.
it was
was.
because the first person to get the vote would say Chick-fil-A, and then that would be the winner. Don't you guys agree?
Agreed.
So on a Sunday, if you're going to a drive-through restaurant, what is your go-to sandwich of any drive-through on a Sunday? Chick-fil-A is closed.
So you have to assume you're hungover.
Yeah. So we'll start with Spinny Spinny. Doo-doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo. Oh, this is a long spinner. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. We'll start with Harry.
Ooh.
Nice.
Let's do this, Harold.
I'm gonna go with the first one, the best one. It's the Big Mac. It's
Oh,
the
it's a
first
great-
signature
yeah,
sandwich.
that's a great
It is
answer.
my go-to pretty much most
You
Saturdays.
cannot
or
go wrong with the Big
Saturdays
Mac.
or Sundays.
You cannot go wrong with the Big
It's
Mac.
the Big
at all.
Mac.
Great answer. Love
It's-
a Big Mac.
It's sitting on the throne at the realm.
Always.
Let's get JT on here. Jake.
Jake.
I'm going with the Wendy's Bacon Double Stack. It's not one of the main big featured burgers, but it is one of the smaller biggie deal burgers. It's always a burger at any Wendy's I go to that hits and smacks. Very simple, very clean. I could eat about 3 or 4 of them if I felt like it.
Damn, sorry, you're next. I'm fucking last. Fuck.
Okay. Had some trouble with this one because, to be honest, I'm not a big sandwich guy when it comes to fast food restaurants. Obviously, I wake up on Sundays and I crave a Chick-fil-A spicy chicken
Yeah,
sandwich. That's
yeah.
just the fucking nature of the beast.
Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna have to go with, and this is kind of a newer sandwich. This hasn't been around like the fucking Big Mac. It's not famous. I'm going to Wendy's on a Sunday morning, and I'm probably getting that fucking maple bacon croissant
Okay.
thing.
Damn,
I
that's a
was
good
about
one.
to smack you if you said my vote. But good job.
But that's what it is, right? It's a chicken
yeah.
maple
yeah,
bacon
it's good.
Dude,
croissant.
you
yeah.
literally buy that and you get your bag, you can smell the
it.
maple.
Oh yeah.
You
yeah.
can literally smell the maple.
Yeah. That's a good sandwich.
Very good.
Sorry.
Now this is crazy. Out of the 4, we have 3 people with Wendy's sandwiches.
Wendy's
on
is
here.
fire.
yeah.
I'm shocked you didn't say Burger King. Sorry.
I'm surprised
That
no
was
one
my
had
second.
an answer from Arby's.
Dude, Arby's.
Arby's is so underrated.
Dude,
Yeah.
Why is Arby's so underrated?
Agreed.
Arby's is like
Is it underrated though?
it's the people rip Arby's.
Yeah.
I love
Arby's is the Nickelback of fast food
Dude,
restaurants.
I don't know.
Exactly.
I don't know about
I
that.
swear it's
I
an
agree.
internet meme.
But
Everyone
agree.
hates on Arby's.
every time you go to the Arby's in Elm Grove, the lines around
it's
the
packed,
fucking
yeah.
corner, it's
Agreed.
always packed.
Agreed.
So maybe it's just underrated in America, but not Wheeling.
Yeah. That wouldn't shock me. But I'm going Wendy's. It's a newer one as well. The hot honey chicken sandwich.
Oh, that's
also
a good
very
one.
good.
It is absolutely incredible. I would put that up against pretty much any fast food restaurant sandwich. So I'm going hot honey chicken sandwich.
It's a good one.
Hell yeah.
These all sound incredible. Now I want all 4 of
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
You can also get a hot honey chicken biscuit in the morning
You can.
now. Yeah.
And it's so
and
good.
they smack.
Sidebar, got Bojangles in Charlotte when we went. Gave me the worst heartburn of all time.
Agreed.
Unfortunate.
I've always wanted to try it.
And you know what's
I
crazy?
still never have.
I
Never had
don't
it.
get heartburn. I am
I
not a
get
heartburn,
heartburn so
acid
bad.
reflux
Yeah,
guy.
me
But
either.
for some reason,
In-
that sandwich gave me
Well,
fucking
in
heartburn.
my defense, I did pick the Cajun spicy chicken biscuit.
That sounds good though.
It was
Oh,
it was
man.
fire, but I'm with JT the whole day.
Bro,
had
I was
heartburn.
burping
Can
that
we
shit
t-
up all day.
Can we? That's just something I want to talk about. Actually, like, it's a cool feeling when you go to an area of the country where there's fast food
It is
restaurants
cool.
that we don't
I
have.
agree.
But like, do they ever live up to their expectations?
See, like,
Not really.
I think that is
Right?
like, I think that's a thing. Like, it's like a shiny new toy. Like,
yeah.
oh, there's a whatever. What's the one?
Like-
Cookout or whatever.
Yeah, there
or
you
like
go.
a Zaxby's.
And you're like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna go get this. Oh my god, it was so fucking good. Listen, I think it's just like it's something we don't have, so everyone automatically thinks it's a million times better. Like I would put, like out of those, like I think Steak and Shake is so good.
Steak and Shake's
I would
Yeah.
put Steak and Shake over any of those like southern burger places. I love Steak and Shake.
same.
Steak and Shake is so good.
100% with you.
Yeah.
I just feel like I have people always will be like, dude, you got to go south.
yeah.
You got to go to a Zaxby's
Right.
or to a Raising Cane's or a fucking Bojangles.
I've never had any of them.
And I'm like, dude, no, I've actually tried every single one of those places I've said. Not one of them has a better
Here-
chicken sandwich than Chick-fil-A.
Here's where
No one does.
here's where the cheat code lies, though.
Where's it
Raising
lie?
Cane's is good, but it's the sauce.
It's the sauce.
It Raising Cane's chicken is just as good as any other chicken, but the sauce is what puts it over the edge.
Right. They have
So
a
the-
good special sauce.
So the argument could be made. It's like, well, then Chick-fil-A sauce is
Right.
You know, it's right
it's
there
all
on
on the
same.
sauce, baby.
It's all on the
That's what we're talking
sauce,
about here. It's
yeah.
all in the sauce.
So yeah, I don't know.
I actually had Raising Cane's just 2 weeks ago. There's one in Columbus. I was in Columbus for work and I got it. And you're right, it's the sauce.
The
If I was
sauce.
just eating those chicken tenders by themselves, I wouldn't.
You-
It's nothing to write home
You know what
about.
I'm a huge fan of, and they play commercials here every day, is Firehouse subs. I love Firehouse
Where's the
subs.
nearest firehouse?
Probably Washington.
I really don't know.
So here's a question: is Jersey Mike's good?
Jersey Mike's is very good.
I love Jersey Mike's.
Jersey Mike's.
I've never
smash.
had
Who wa-
one.
it was Michael Pleva
Yeah,
that
that's why
just
I
told
asked.
us
And
that
we have. Where's
we
one?
have one
Yeah,
at the
at the
Highlands.
Highlands.
Yeah, I've
He
never had
said-
a Jersey
Yeah.
Mike.
He said Jersey Mike's is the best out of all of them.
Dude, Jersey Mike's. I haven't had Firehouse, so I can't speak on it. But Jersey Mike's blows fucking Subway
Not,
and
even, not even close.
Damn,
and
really?
what's the other one?
Jimmy John's,
Yeah.
Penny's.
No, I
Quiznos,
wasn't. I
all of
wasn't
them.
thinking Jimmy. I was thinking Quiznos. They at least blow Subway and Quiznos out of the water.
Is Quiznos even?
But
a thing
Jimmy
anymore?
John's is just strictly cold subs.
It's like
Yeah.
Jimmy John's is like it. It's different. It's like a quick, it's just like a quick cold sub
it's
kind of.
a cold
sandwich.
sub, and
sandwich.
I will say the Jimmy chips.
They're
Yeah.
good.
Those things
The
smack.
Jimmy Chips and the Kickin' Ranch. Or
the
both-
ranch.
And
Yeah,
it's
the
one of the
kickin'
only
ranch.
places that you can go for free smells too.
Right.
Mm.
And they're open till like 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
But they stink. They honestly stink. But when I'm really drunk, it's good.
I
Yeah.
always got the Big John. It was very good.
What's the other one? Penn
was always my
Station
favorite.
subs.
Penn Station,
Charles
yeah,
has
yeah.
one of
Penn,
those.
Penn Station's very
And,
good.
we're,
as
we're,
well.
and Which? You ever had Which?
I've heard
I
of
remember
Which. I've
never
never had
had
it.
They
That's
put-
more south, but I've had it.
Right when we were graduating,
Yeah.
they put one in the mountain layer.
Here's one in the
What,
layer.
a Which?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
In
don't
the-
know if
really?
it's still there, but I haven't been in the mountain. We just need to go to drunk
When's the
breakfast
last
one
time
night.
you've been in the mountain lair? Holy
Dude,
fuck.
2018.
Your bachelor party when we go.
Well,
to-
no, like
we
that.
need to go while
guys,
school's in, and we'll go to drunk breakfast.
That's what I want to do. Like, I just think a nice.
You
we
need
get-
to. You need to just officially
You're right.
say it though.
Well, no,
Just book it. I'm not saying like book a
okay.
place
I'm saying it right now on record. I want to go to Morgantown for my
for your
bachelor
I'm
bachelor.
so down.
I'm so,
I don't.
so
I don't care when
I'm
it is
so excited
because we don't have like a wedding plan
Oh,
yet. But
fuck.
like, that's what I want to do. It's easy. We can make it so fun. We
Agreed.
get a cool Airbnb like
Agreed.
on the river or whatever, like
Yeah,
Cheat Lake or whatever.
Yeah,
I'm so
pontoon.
about that, dude. I'm
Yeah.
so about that.
Yeah.
I'm in. I'm in.
I mean, that would be a blast.
Agreed.
We just need to bar crawl it like super hard.
That's what I'm saying. Just hit High Street, like go to
I'm making wristbands.
go to
Let's
big.
do it.
I'm gonna make them.
Let's do it.
JT's bar crawl.
No, I'm
JT's
so down.
bachelor bar crawl.
And there, where the bank is now like almost having bar and grill or something.
No, that's
No,
the
that's,
bank is still the bank.
Jameson's.
Jameson's.
The
Yeah.
bank. Do you guys know there's a secret bar under the bank?
I never went into
No.
it.
Me either. I was never allowed.
Really, Bubba?
I wasn't
I
cool
didn't
enough.
know.
There's like a VIP like
yeah.
I've only been to the
bar.
bank like twice.
How do you
I
get
think.
into that? What do you have
you
to
have
do?
to take an
You have to
elevator.
have these.
Titties.
Some tits.
I'll fucking get us in. I'll get us in. I'll show
I've
my
only
tits.
been to the bank, I believe, twice, and it was both on either homecoming or like Halloween, when every other bar was like the line was down High Street.
Oh,
the bank.
man.
The bank's
Never
a
been.
decent little bar. I've been there
yeah,
Yeah.
a good amount of times.
Don't-
You want to know the funny thing is, I legit thought the bank was a bank. I'm not kidding.
Listen, makes
Yeah.
sense
For
though.
a
It-
while,
I mean, it
I
does.
In your defense, it
I
makes sense.
really did.
I mean, dude, if somebody opened a bar called the Laundromat, it would take me a little while
Yeah,
before
you'd
I
be
went
like,
in there
"Oh,
because I don't
that's-
have to clean my
That'd be
clothes.
sick to open a
So
bar,
I-
name it like the Cleaners.
I
Yeah.
went to
Sick.
Columbus one weekend to go to hold on, a college hockey game, but
Hold on.
they have a bar called the Library. In
Oh, I
Columbus.
like that.
Yeah,
I
That
like
is really
that.
cool. I
So
So
like
there-
that.
That's what all the students said. Like they would tell their parents or whatever and go to the library.
They're
and
at-
get a
Oh,
bar.
okay, that's smart.
That
Dude,
In a
is
there
college
used to be one in
town.
Morgantown. My grandma talks about it all the time. My Aunt Lisa, when they would call each other on the fucking dial up, like payphone, whatever, like, hey, they talk every week or whatever. And my aunt would always be like, I'm going to the library. They had a bar in Morgantown called the library. It's a great idea.
That is
We need to
very
make
cool.
that happen.
Well, no, what we need to make happen is turning fucking Hardee's into Greg's bar.
Yeah, that's what I said
Yeah.
today.
That's what we need to make happen. You could make so much money if you get an actual Greg's bar in Wheeling. Place to be fucking sold out every night.
Yeah,
Every fucking night.
Yeah.
Greg's bar.
yeah.
You can name a bar the gym. I'm going to the gym.
You
That's fire.
I may have said this on here before, but did you know where I go to the beach every year, Surfside, which is like south of Myrtle? There is an actual Greg's bar there.
That's sick.
It's called Greg's Bar and Cabana.
They have
Dude, we
merch?
may
And-
have
and
to.
the-
Oh,
The
I've
owner of
almost bought shirts from there.
the
online.
owner of it is from here.
we
No.
we
He's
may
from here.
we may have to take a trip there specifically for
Dead,
that.
we used to go there because my dad knew the owner.
That's fire.
Dead ass.
Dude, yeah. Yeah, imagine calling like
It's a cool little bar. You go
the
in
grocery
there.
store.
You go
Yeah.
in there and they have a you know how like you go into some restaurants or bars and in the corner they'll have one of those tables that's like it's a table and then the seats around it is a half circle booth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In there they have one of those, but the half circle booth is a baseball glove.
That's
Oh, that's
sick.
really cool.
Dude, I vow if I'm ever able to create a bar that there will be a back room that only
The
select
VIP
people go.
room, yeah, 100%.
Like that
You gotta
ever since
have that.
Peaky.
Well, no, like we said, which this leaves Bubba, this leaves you two in the hot seat. The Greg's Bar VIP room, you can only get in if you have the Greg's Bar tattoo.
Oh, I
I'll
like that.
Get it tomorrow. I
Yeah,
don't
but
care.
that's what I'm saying.
I don't care,
I'll
man.
never be able, I feel like I can't get that tattoo. I was not a part of that social movement.
Well,
There's no time like the present.
yeah, there is no
Yeah.
time like
Yeah.
that.
Have fun in the main room.
You'd have someone would have
Yeah, have fun in the main room.
somebody would have if I was gonna get that tattoo, somebody like official up in the Greg's Bar chain would have to like knight me. I need like a ceremony.
Here,
No,
I'm knighting
I
you
need
now.
I need a
Initiated.
ceremony saying like you are allowed to get this.
I have the
tattoo.
Mount Rushmore picture in my garage right now.
Yeah, it's still there.
It's
In
still
fact,
there.
I mean like every original member needs to all give their blessing.
Mason will be
Not
here.
just one guy.
Mason will be here next week
Yeah.
for the pod.
Every
We-
single
he coming?
person.
Yeah, me and him.
Nice.
Me and him can both knight you.
Nice.
But it's a funny throwback because remember the old days of Instagram where you could tag any location?
Yeah.
I would always do Greg's Cabana Bar.
Okay,
Like
yeah.
every
Yeah.
Greg's event, that's what I would do.
That's cool.
I mean,
I'll never forget, dude, sitting on my couch when I lived on Weaver, and I got followed by the Greg's Bar account on Twitter, and I turned to Sith. I was like, dude, there's a new bar in because you guys had your thing.
Sunnyside.
Yeah, you had your thing as like Sunnyside. I was like, dude, there's a new bar in Sunnyside, and he was like, really? I was like, yeah, it's called Greg's Bar. I was like excited because at that time, Mutt's was shut down.
Yeah,
And
dude,
the
I
new
love
location
Mutt's.
hadn't reopened yet down
Yeah.
on. Is that still there? Is the
I think so.
location
I think
still
so,
on
yeah.
Beverly?
what,
Or
what,
not Beverly?
It's still there.
Beechhurst?
Beechhurst.
It's open now too.
Really?
Yeah.
What's such a cool thing to do though? Just like because there were a lot of people that thought Greg's Bar, not just you,
Dude,
a lot
I
of people thought Greg's
legit
Bar was a real
thought
thing.
it was real.
Early on.
We had the ABC follow us.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, like
Oh, that's hilarious.
because
That
they
is
were trying to,
hilarious.
I guess, figure
That
out what
is
was going on.
hilarious.
That would have been the biggest joke
The
if they showed up
ABC.
one night.
My biggest rivals in Morgantown. We did not get along.
Oh, the ABC.
Those are the worst weekends, and every bar knew it's like all the ABCs
The
here.
ABC's coming.
Yeah,
Did I ever tell you guys my story about the ABC?
I haven't heard
It
it.
was the same guys, same three guys always. I was underage at the time. We were in the original Mutts, and ABC comes in. We all were in there with fakes. There's about 5 of us. They looked at everyone's fake, said that they were good, and then they looked at mine. They're like, "That's fake." I got busted. They called the police. The ABC
What?
stood out there, and this ABC guy, little short, fucking chubby guy with a giant nose, was in. I'll never forget. I see his face right fucking now. Was antagonizing me as the police were sitting there writing my fucking ticket. And I could tell that the police officer was like getting annoyed, was like wanting this guy to shut the fuck up. and he was antagonizing me. And I eventually turned to the guy, and I was like, "You need to shut your fucking mouth right now, or I'm gonna fucking knock you out." Like, said something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And like the police officer didn't say anything about it, didn't tell me to shut the fuck up, just kept writing his ticket. And I was like,
That's
yeah.
awesome.
That's fire.
2 years later, maybe even 3 years later, I'm in Whisper. I'm in the basement
Whisper.
at a fucking free liquor event that I've talked about. That's just crazy they used to do. Here comes the ABC walking in. I looked at Alden. I was like, dude, this motherfucker comes up to me and asks for my ID. I'm just fucking telling him to fuck off. He's like, dude, just give him your ID. Like, we don't want to deal with this. I was like, no, fuck this guy. Sure enough, he comes up to me. He's like, can I see your ID? I don't know. Sure enough, I told him to fuck off. He's like, what? I said, fuck off. I was like, you remember me? I was like, fuck off. He's like, smiles, gets the security. Security pulls me out. They throw me out. And the security guard's talking to me the whole time. It's the bouncer. He's like, you're good, dude. Once they leave, I'll let you
Nice.
back in.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, thanks. I was like, because I'm fucking 21.
Hell
like,
yeah.
fuck that guy.
I used to get pissed when they would bend the licenses too, bro.
Oh, I hated that.
I mean,
You know who did it the worst.
big times.
Yep.
Dude, I remember going.
Hagrid.
I remember going into big times and like this motherfucker's
Big Mike?
basically chopping me in half. I'm
I didn't like
guy.
that
I'm
guy.
good.
I know.
I am legal. I'm a
Yeah.
legal man.
He would stare you up and down.
Dude,
Yeah.
he told me that my West Virginia ID was fake one time trying to get in there. And I was like, dude, it's not like I don't think they make fake West Virginia IDs.
Yeah.
Like
Why would I bring a fake West Virginia
yeah.
ID here?
he was just bending it, looking me up and down. I was like, dude, like that's my ID. Like I don't know what you want me
And
to
then there'd be some nights where I'd just be off the rocker and give it to me and be like, you're good. Just
Yeah,
go.
yeah,
And
right.
then other nights he'd be like,
Wouldn't fuck with that guy though.
no.
He
never.
bounced at Fat Daddy's before big times, and I saw him absolutely obliterate a guy at Fat Daddy's.
I've seen him pick up and throw people on the floor before.
Yeah, and you're like, whoa, would not fuck. He's got lumberjack strength.
I just can't wait for the Fat Daddy stop in the bar
Yeah,
crawl when I
me
get to
either.
go pee in the urinals. Fat Daddy
Oh.
urinals are fucking legendary.
hated it.
Fat Daddy bathroom's legendary. It's literally all just connected girls, guys. Like there's no
Yeah.
doors. Everyone's
Yeah.
like, "What's up?" It's like
Right.
legendary.
The
legendary
same
size.
chick still bartends there.
Yeah.
Really?
Fats.
Bree.
Same girl.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Cool.
I think she owns it.
Some things never change.
I think her.
Yeah, I think she's definitely
dad or somebody does,
involved
yeah.
in the ownership.
I mean, dude, listen, bartenders make a fuck ton of money if you're good at it.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
especially in like, imagine if you were in a big city and you were a good bartender. Make a lot of fucking.
Oh,
fuck
yeah,
ton
dude.
of money.
For sure.
You guys got anything we gassing? Bubba, what do you hate, dude? You hate some shit or what?
I do. I
Hell
always
yeah,
hate shit.
Love it.
I love sad music. I don't know why. I don't know what it says about me, but it's the perfect season for sad boy music.
Agreed.
Yeah.
So that's what I love this week. What I hate is liars.
Okay.
Can't stand liars. There was a guy on Fox News, some analyst somewhere, said that inflation is so bad that he ate $28 worth of Taco Bell. That is a lie. There is no way you ate $28 worth of Taco Bell.
That's a lot of taco.
That
Bell.
I've
is.
tried. It's not even close. So fuck that guy.
That's a lot. That's a lot of fucking Taco Bell wherever you're at in this country.
That is a lot.
I'm trying to think. Do I hate anything this week? Truly, honestly, I've been having a good last couple weeks. So
It's been.
can't even hate. I've just been. I've gotten sick. I will say I've caught some bugs here and there. That's what I hate. I hate when you can't breathe out of your nose. When you don't realize how big your nose is until you can't breathe out of it.
Yeah.
Like
Or like when one is completely clear and the other is
Yeah.
Hate that might
completely
be even
clogged.
worse.
Like
Yeah.
you don't realize how much respect we should have for our noses until like sinus season
Yeah.
hits.
Yeah, for
So, yeah,
real.
that's what
I
I
agree
hate.
with that.
You hate anything?
No old people pissed me off this week.
It's good.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm good.
What about you? Living life?
I hate back pain.
Back pain stinks.
Back
Yeah,
pain.
that's about it.
It's the worst.
Dude, I had something happen in the hotel this week where I got out of bed and normally I like move and my whole fucking shebang
Shit, just
cracked and I was like,
Schlang.
this is it, boys. I was like, all my shit's falling off. Like it was crazy.
or at the end.
Like crazy. But
No,
yeah.
I do hate something.
Here we
I
go.
hate. This is like a personal thing. When I get out of my work car I can never just get out. I have 45 fucking million things that I gotta carry out, grab. I'm getting out of my car. I'm dropping this, dropping that. Oh fuck, forgot my wallet in the car. Gotta go back in. All this shit every day. It's very fucking annoying.
It's a struggle,
That is
man.
something that I do hate.
It's the price you pay for having a job.
Oh my god, it's like nope, can't just park and get out. You remember when you were a kid and you just
Didn't have any accessories.
you remember when you were a kid?
Unlocked a core memory.
Yeah. Remember when you were a kid and you just went to sleep?
Yes.
You
actually.
didn't have to do all these things before bed.
Yes.
You just, I'm going to go to sleep now. And you just go
Yeah.
to sleep.
Yeah.
Or like, I'm just going to come home from school. I'm just going to, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to watch TV.
Yeah.
Watch TV.
I don't have anything to
Yeah.
do.
All I'm gonna do.
I'm going to come home from school, sit my backpack down, and watch TV till 9 o'clock.
Yeah. Hey, Jake.
Wait
yeah,
till 8 o'clock till the Disney Channel movie
Yeah.
comes on and watch it and go to bed.
Man,
Yeah.
now
You know?
that's a core memory
Yeah.
unlocked.
That's.
yeah.
I mean, that was it. Movie got over 9:40, 9:45. You went to bed.
Yeah.
Remember when you were a little kid and the
Jeez.
only thing you had to worry about being on your person in public was your Game Boy?
That's it.
You just had to make sure your Game Boy was good.
Or remember when
That's
you had nothing? You
Yeah.
didn't have a
Oh, yeah.
phone. You didn't have a wallet. You just went.
I do think
You know?
it is like I know I got my first cell phone in 6th grade, but I do think sometimes back to the days of like when we were younger when like you didn't have anything. You didn't have keys. You didn't have a wallet. You didn't have a phone. You ran around all day. You came home when you wanted to come home. Hey, what are you doing? I'm going to bed now, and that was it.
Could you imagine just carrying a wallet
No,
like they did in the 90s? It just like blows my mind.
dude. So when like just when people are sitting and standing waiting for anything, every single person has their
Yeah.
phone in their hand.
Yeah.
Before people didn't like you just stood there.
Yeah. Just took
Or-
in your
or-
surroundings.
Or talk to the people next to
Yeah,
you.
hey, oh yeah, my family's in town too. Nice to meet you. I just saw Craig at the Carlos. This is a very
Yeah.
nice guy. And now I'm
Jeez.
just fucking looking at Instagram models.
Yeah.
It's fire.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's about all I got.
If I may, I might start a new segment. I don't know. We'll
let's
see.
go.
You may.
What's the segment?
Bubba, no better time. It's it's your 50th
150,
episode.
crack it open.
Yeah,
Back versus not back.
Love it.
Oh, okay. I
Let's
like
do
that.
it.
that.
I like
That
that.
is-
You know
this
who's
is-
back?
Blink 182's back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my back for the week. The first time they're all together in 7 years with Tom DeLonge. Very excited for that. My not back is a guy, an Islanders fan, who proposed during the game.
Saw
Did you see
I
that?
saw this.
Yeah,
He had his chest painted with like "Please say yes" or whatever, and she said no.
and
Which
she just
is-
ran up the
brutal.
stairs.
Yeah, she ran away, which is an all-time down bad moment, and then the Florida Panthers scored right after.
Ah,
But
damn.
props to him. He just sat down
Just
and
drank
grabbed
his
his
beer.
beer.
Teary-eyed, drinking beer. Yeah, but take that Islander fan.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's
Backing
cool.
up back.
Fuck the Islanders.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Back and
Appreciate
not
it.
back.
And dude,
Yeah,
the-
or not back.
The Pens are back.
The Pens are
Dude,
very back.
yeah.
You
I'm
know-
trying not to get too excited
Yeah.
because they're very old, but
4 games in, but we're scoring at a ridiculous pace.
ridiculous
right
rate, which is crazy for the Penguins. They are very back.
now.
Yeah. You know who's not back? Tom Brady.
Tom
Yeah,
Brady.
he's
Yeah.
He stinks
having a
now.
rough
He should have just
time of it.
retired. He stinks now. I don't even
1992
mean at
is
football. I
back.
just mean in life.
Yeah.
The reverse retros. Did you
They-
guys see the Pens
so-
brought
so-
back the old logo?
They're
Damn.
they're sick. I love the Robo Penguin. I'm glad, but like I'm also sad because I got too excited. I thought they were bringing back the gradient,
gradient, yeah.
the full gradient.
Yeah, we all did. I still getting one of those jerseys though.
Oh, for
I'm
sure.
getting one
Yeah.
like absolutely right when they come out.
I agree.
Add to my collection.
And I just want to say, all you fucking Russell Wilson haters can suck my cock. Can suck my fucking cock. It's not Russ, it's Hackett, so fuck you. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Juice Fisherman. Make sure to subscribe to the Juicebox Podcast on YouTube. Guys, it's been a pleasure. Episode 150. I know it's been more episodes than that with bonus episodes and stuff, but I just want to say, truly an honor. Very, very exciting milestone, and I cannot wait to see what we end up doing. Keep grinding. This has been very fun for me, very therapeutic, and I appreciate all of you. Thanks for ruining my fucking moment, JT. Ringing that shit, whatever it was. But yeah, other than that, guys, just make sure to subscribe to the Juicebox Podcast. And make sure to be ready, and I'm sure Zara will talk about it for the t-shirt drop that is coming. Shout out the titties. We love the titties. If you don't have them, you love them. And if you don't love them, you're lying. Thanks.
That was pretty. I like that. If you don't have them, you love them. If you don't love them, you're lying. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
You can catch me at John Theodore Nixon on Instagram. That's John Theodore Nixon on Instagram. I'm on the Juicebox Podcast Twitter. That's at the Juicebox Pod. That's at the Juicebox Pod. Follow us on Facebook, the Juicebox Podcast. We are not the Diabetes, the Juicebox Podcast.
Let's ride. Follow me on Twitter at Bubba Slider, I think. Follow me on Instagram at @the_Harry Slider.
Only available for comment on Twitter. Twitter handle is at JuiceBoxZar. That's JuiceBoxZar. That's JuiceBoxZar. That's JuiceBoxZar. That's ZAR.
Z as in zebra, A as in apple, R as in Reebok.
Don't get it twisted.
Bye-bye.